Hello, I think we're live.
Are we live? Let's do this
Let's see what
then.
the comments say.
Not quite yet. But hi, hello, and welcome to our Xbox Series X and S launch day live stream. I'm Michael Hyam, joined by my good friend Jacob Decker. Say what's up, man.
We're competing with Xbox. They're doing a launch day live stream too.
Ooh, but ours is better though. So
Yeah.
so thank you everyone for tuning in. And yeah, we're about to get into some games because we are here to celebrate the Xbox Series X and S, but we're playing on the X. So what we're trying to do today is I got Jake on the sticks because he is a professional video game player and a magical video producer. But yeah, he is
I'm one of
playing
those
off of the
things.
X. No, you're both of those things. So he's playing on the Series X, and you're watching his gameplay. And I'm Michael. I reviewed the Xbox Series X and S for GameSpot. So while he's playing some games, I'm going to kind of be talking through what y'all are going to be seeing here on the screen, but also I'm going to be fielding some questions, and I'll get to them throughout the stream, and then maybe a little later we're going to do some co-op gears, him and I, and I'll be playing off the Series S because that's how I got my setup over here. Got a cute little Xbox in the Series S. I would show y'all, but it's hooked up right here. So yes, again, thank you for joining us. This is Forza Horizon 4. And this stream is in 1080p, but Forza Horizon 4 is one of the games that did get Series X enhancements, such as 4K 60 FPS. And then so, it's running smooth. And I know that the Xbox One X did 1080p 60, I believe, but the Series X is able to do 4K 60. And we're gonna show off Jake driving around. Word on the street is he's not a great driver, but I don't know. We'll be the judge of that.
One thing to
So
point out is that this isn't 4K.
yeah,
This stream isn't 4K because my internet would probably keel over and die. So if you're wondering where the 4K gameplay is, we have some videos up on GameSpot now where you can kind of check out 4K gameplay. But this in particular is, I think it's outputting at 1080p. But it should be 60 frames a second. Once again, if my internet is, withstanding the burden of this.
hey, listen, it's tough doing these things from home because the conditions are less than ideal sometimes, but we do what we can. So as Jake drives around, what are you gonna try and find a race or something?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
I played a little bit of this game. I really liked it. Top Gear, chapters complete. Huh. I liked it, but racing games are hard for me to spend a lot of time on.
Ooh, yeah. I can sink into a racing game for a while. I was actually playing Forza Motorsport 7 the other night. I was chilling. I just dipped like 5 hours into that game. I love me some racing
Damn.
sims.
I mean, I do too. I think it's more just the fact that like racing games are one of those games where I can play like an hour or two of it and I get the idea of it and I'm like, okay, this is how this game feels.
Right.
I know what to expect. But there's other stuff I have to play for work, or there's like story games that I want to get through. So usually that's when I'll kind of fall off. But I really do like racing games, even though I'm not very good at it. And I especially appreciate these Forza games.
Yeah.
This game looks stunning, and the sound design is so good.
Yeah, definitely. I can't get game audio, but I know from my hours with Forza Horizon, it's definitely one of those showcase games too, because it's a first-party Xbox game. It gets all kinds of optimizations, looks great, runs great. And it looked great on the One X, obviously. But the combination of 4K and 60 FPS is magical. It's a magical thing. So yeah. Forza's a great game. You're going to do a couple races. So today, we're actually going to be jumping between a few different games. And I think that it'll give you an idea of like how the Series X and S ecosystem works, jumping between games and all that. And yeah, we're going to give you a little bit of variety to also show off the different capabilities of each, what the Series X offers to different games. So for example, like I said, the enhancements with Forza Horizon 4, even though they're not coming through on the live stream, it is nice to kind of talk through that a little bit. But we're also going to be playing Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, a backwards compatible game without enhancements, but it does get boosts based on just having the stronger hardware. So that's one of my favorite cases of the Series X boosting a game without optimizations. So you're gonna get smooth 60 frames per second, and that's really important for Sekiro because that game is tough. And Jake is very good at it, so I'm actually excited to see him. I'm not trying to boost you too much, but
We'll
yeah,
see.
that's
I was trying those new trials last week, and they were very hard.
yeah. Okay, hey, maybe we see him struggle, but hey, it's gonna be smooth 60 FPS in performance mode, and that really helps. Really helps the gameplay experience for that. So we're gonna show that off a little bit. We're also gonna, like I said earlier, we're gonna jump into Gears 5 co-op. Because Gears 5 does have some slight improvements in the single player. Obviously, we can't show off 120 hertz in multiplayer just by nature of limitations on capture and display, like unless you a lot of variables there. But yeah, Gears is also one of those first-party games that just looks and runs great. Gets some optimizations with the Series X. And what's the other game we're gonna get into that we have on decky?
Yakuza.
Wow, how did I forget? So we're definitely gonna jump into Yakuza Like a Dragon. Y'all should peep my review of Yakuza Like a Dragon, because I reviewed that game. My game of the year, like real talk. That's Yakuza Like a Dragon is my game of the year. It's also one of the premier Series X launch titles, which is wild because it's traditionally a PlayStation exclusive game. But yeah, we're gonna show off Yakuza Like a Dragon, launch today. Oh, such a special game to me, but also it takes advantage of some of the Series X hardware. We'll show off its like high resolution mode. We'll just show off its high FPS mode, and you'll get an idea of how that game runs and what the Series X is capable of. So yeah, we have 4 games on deck that we want to get to. We may also jump to, if time permits, jump to a few other things. I know you have Watch Dogs Legion on deck also, which we've shown. Yeah, which we've shown off quite a few times, but it just got its ray tracing update.
Also, I see installed.
Okay, yeah, and I also see Bright Memory there too, which is a pretty wild case. If we want to get into that later.
Bright Memory is strange. It's very short. Like what's there you can do in like 20 minutes. I did it. I think we actually have 4K gameplay footage of that up on one of our YouTube channels if you want to check that out. But that was interesting because it had like a full-on graphics suite. Oh, I wasn't ready. Like you could change the anisotropic, I think that's how it's pronounced, filtering, and like there was like VSync settings and stuff. It was very strange.
Oh wow, yeah, it sounds like they just like put over a PC version of the game.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, but yeah, damn, slipping and sliding, man. Come on, you need a.
Hey, I'm not in last.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, I know.
That's what they say. So while Jake slips and slides in his Lambo, I don't know why he's driving a Lambo in the snow, but hey, props to him for trying. But I want to get to some questions real quick, and also I haven't been paying attention to the chat quite yet. But if you are in the chat, drop some questions. If you already dropped it, drop them again so I can see them.
Also, if levels need adjusting, let me know too, and I can adjust that. Like if someone's too quiet, game audio is too loud, whatever it might be. I can adjust that the best I can. It is a bit of a strange setup though, so bear with me.
Yeah, I'm surprised we can even make this work. Jake has been putting in a lot of work to make this happen, and a lot of folks behind the scenes, so I hope you all enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna check the chat real quick. Go from the bottom up. See what y'all recently been saying. Sorry, I can't read. I'm a decent writer, but you know. I have trouble reading. Okay, T-Razor176 says, "What's the best looking game on the X right now?" Subjective, of course, but I will say that
I think like showcase wise, like this and Gears 5 probably are the best, but like a game like Ori, you know, you can't really compare that to it because it's got a very distinct art style, which I think is really good.
Yeah, and also, if you can run, or if you have 120 hertz display and you're playing Ori, I think that game really shines. It really shows off the smoothness of bumping up the frames per second and the refresh rate. That's really cool. But yeah, I still think Forza and Gears are some of the best showcases. Yakuza is a tricky case because it's still running off the Dragon engine, which is a new engine, but it's not like the most mind-blowing when it comes to certain aspects of it. I think the character models are very impressive. That's what I'll say about that. And the way it's able to do city density while still looking really, really nice.
Oh yeah, like the interiors look really good in Yakuza, like going inside buildings and whatnot. There we go, first.
Hey, see, if you're not first, you're last. Congrats. But yeah, so I think those are some decent showcases. I think, you know what? I was playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla last night, and I'm impressed that it runs 60 FPS and looks that good.
Yeah, because I don't think
That's a really good
there's
case.
any like enhancement options, right? Like it is just here's how you're gonna play it, and it's 4K 60, and it looks good. Because wasn't there that like initially they were like it's gonna be 4K 30 on consoles, and everyone was like,
there was some rumblings about that. There might be some like dynamic resolution stuff. I'm not 100% sure quite yet. I want to look into it. But it looks great, and I'm surprised by playing an Assassin's Creed game at 60 FPS on a console, because I've been playing on PC here and there. But that is really cool. I think that yeah, you should definitely peep the AC Valhalla after this. Peep the AC Valhalla live stream that Jake actually did with Lucy.
or
to
the
show
review
off
if
that
you want
game.
to see the 4K.
Yeah, definitely. Because y'all put that review out in 4K. So definitely check that out. And also, I think Watch Dogs Legion is also another case that I think is I would say it's a showcase for what the Series X can do. So it has full ray tracing now. That's part of the Series X update, and I have mixed feelings about ray tracing or how it's been implemented in Watch Dogs Legion. Because when it starts to rain, it looks like the entire place is covered in olive oil. But
Kind of ray tracing, I feel like is going to go through a similar thing that like do you remember like early 360 generations where all the characters would look like rubber? I feel like ray tracing is going to have something like that, where it's just like
Sure.
we got to ray trace everything to hell.
yeah, so it can look odd in some places, but I think the reflections off of cars, windows, and puddles, it's really, really cool. You don't really like stop and notice it, but it adds to how the world feels a lot more realistic, photorealistic, I would say. So Watch Dogs Legion is a good case of where the Series X or these next gen consoles can go. So definitely check that out. It runs at a 4K 30, which is understandable because ray tracing is a very demanding graphics feature, but it looks pretty damn nice, is what I'll say. Let's see if I can pluck any questions from the chat real quick. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up, trying to keep talking and all that. But we also rounded up some questions previously before the stream went live, so I'll also get to those. Make sure folks get their questions answered. Oh, we got one from Evan Langer. Ooh, big fan of GameSpot, Evan Langer. The new Yakuza is called Like a Dragon, but the characters look like a human. Can you clarify this discrepancy? Well, play the game, and then you will get your answer. I'll tell you that much, Evan. Let's see. Let me see. Any TV work with HDMI 2.1?
You've been
check
doing
the specs.
that, right?
Yeah, I've been doing that. I got an LG BX all day. BX TV, also the LG CX. I think don't quote me on this, a Sony, is it X900? I think those have HDMI 2.1. I think Samsung Q60s or better have HDMI 2.1. So a lot of the high-end TVs have HDMI 2.1, and that means that they should be able to do 120 hertz 4K, which is the Series X is capable of, and some games take advantage of. But those are pretty expensive TVs.
Don't a lot of them only have like one HDMI 2.1 port too as well? So if you get like an Xbox Series X and PS5, you might have to like hot swap those. So I'd wait for
rich people problems.
Yeah.
No, the one I got was hooked up by GameSpot, so it's not mine because I would never drop $1,500 on a TV, or I was like $1,200. But that has two HDMI 2.1 ports. You know, flex a little bit. Let's see. Speaking of Series X, does it have stated capability to actually play original Xbox and 360 games, in addition to backwards compatible games with the Xbox One? Can 2006 to 2012 HDTV work? Yeah. As long as it has HDMI, like it's gonna work. You'll be fine. And backwards compatibility works the same as it did on Xbox One. So any 360 or original Xbox games that worked on the One will work on the Series consoles, and of course, every Xbox One game will work on the Series consoles as well. Microsoft put in that work to make sure back compat is on point, and it's really exciting because today Game Pass just updated with EA Play, and I'm looking at EA Play stuff, and wow, there's like, I'm gonna want to replay Dead Space, Mirror's Edge is already on Game Pass, but like the original Dead Space 2 and 3, all the Battlefield games, Madden 15 if you want to go back. That's pretty. They got Madden 15 all the way up to last year's Madden. I guess I'll take it.
It's weird that those are still available, because I know like Microsoft, like you can't get Forza Horizon 3 anymore, or soon you won't be able to get Forza Horizon 3. Like they take off old racing games.
Yeah.
And like of all the games to take off your store, I feel like it would be old sports games. But it's good it's still there, like history-wise, just so if history of Madden, you want to play through all 50 friggin' Madden games, you can do that. But it just seems strange.
Let's see, go back a little bit. Soul Swag 817, man, I got that swag. UI do anything new? Not really. It has dynamic backgrounds, but it's pretty limited what you can do with the dynamic backgrounds. I haven't messed with it too much, but the UI is pretty much what you got on the Xbox One now, but it's super snappy, is what I'll say.
Yeah, quick resume is new though.
Yeah, quick resume is, I guess you can lump that into how the UI works. Because you are going in and out of games pretty rapidly, and I think that's one of my favorite features, because I'd be jumping between a lot of different games, especially with something like Game Pass, where it's like a buffet, yo. I'm like hella hungry and I just want everything, so I fill up my hard drive, and then I'm like, damn, what do I want to play? So I play a little bit of everything, and then like jumping between for quick resume, and I settled on like 2 or 3 games that I want to like focus on. Yeah, I get my fill of one type of game or genre, and then I jump to the next. So I've been playing like Master Chief Collection, then I bump out and then go into Forza, do some races there, bump out of that, and then jump into Yakuza, like things like that. I think that really improved the experience. You know, so you're not sitting around waiting because you want to make the most of your time. Some people got limited time to play games, and features like that and the super fast load times really make, like, if you sit down and play games, you can spend, like I said before, more time gaming, less time waiting. So I think it's really neat.
It's good you're here, because the amount of concentration I need to play racing games is very high. There's no way I could answer questions, look at chat. I'd be hitting walls, crashing all the time.
Yeah, you're not trying to play bumper cars out here, but I understand, man. Ooh, when I try, look at the Nicolas Cage looking ass over here.
Well, that's my profile picture.
Oh man, but yeah, it's sometimes I stream on my own and I'm like, damn, this is tough. How do I even do this? But let me catch up with the chat real quick. Tell the folks how you're feeling today, Jake. Like, what's your mood?
Would you like to look at some data?
I'm excited. Like I don't know. I've been playing. I've been lucky enough to have played the Series X now for the past couple weeks. So, it doesn't feel like still feels like a brand new console, but it doesn't feel like I just opened it and set it up and playing it, which is a very cool feeling, and I'm sure people will be very excited to do that. But I don't know. I'm stoked to be streaming. Streaming is fun, and especially on shiny new consoles and whatnot.
Yeah, man.
And we're gonna play some good games. Oh, and we can show off the share feature. We're gonna tweet some stuff to the official GameSpot account.
Listen, GameSpot messed up. They gave us the keys Twitter account, so you know we're good. Hey, we're gonna take advantage of that. But yeah, that's also to show off some of the share features. I think the controller has a share button, and I think that makes things so much more easier than they used to be on the Xbox One, and the way the old controller worked. So let's show that off. It's a little bit easier, but also we're gonna tweet some wild things. I think we're just gonna tweet a bunch of Yakuza screenshots, which is the GOAT. Someone mentioned Tetris. Yeah, Tetris Connected is on Xbox Series, Xbox One and Series consoles. It's pretty wild. This Tetris is a beautiful, beautiful game. You want the load times for Tetris. Oh, damn. I
I don't
can't
have it
help you on that.
installed.
Yeah, I can't
Otherwise, I
help you
would.
on that, but I'm sure they're very fast. Um, Someone say, can you show new games? Yeah, that's why we got Yakuza coming up. Just hold your horses. But yeah, there's a couple of new games. Obviously, AC Valhalla, which we streamed yesterday. Falconeer is also another game that came out for alongside Series X, and a whole bunch of games that got enhanced specifically for the Series X and S. So,
Can I buy a warthog in this game? I want a warthog.
I thought like if you got like the season pass or something, it was automatically put into your garage.
Is that it?
Because I got the special edition of this game, and then I think that's how it worked. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you got a warthog.
I wonder
there's also
I wonder if it's the races I'm doing. Maybe the races I'm doing, because I've only done like, it seems like S tier ones.
There is a specific race in the game where you race the warthog.
Does it
and
play
then,
music? Dun, 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 dun.
Yes,
It
yes.
does.
Yeah, because it goes along the beach, so it kind of looks like Silent Cartographer. Is that the mission?
That's so cool.
That it's on the beach or something.
Silent Cartographer is on the beach, yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of like it's reminiscent of that, and has like grunts and like plasma shots going off in the distance or whatever. It's really wild because I'm like, this is a Forza game. But yeah, I think that's how you get the warthog. There's a specific race. I can't remember where because it's been years since I did that.
Look at this drive-atar. You see who it was? Pancake Face. You know who that is?
Who's Pancake Face?
Nick Margarita.
Oh snap! You fucking crash him into the walls. Damn, I miss that guy. That was our former Xbox boy.
I forget about the drive-atar thing in this game. Like, it was such a big feature when like the Xbox One launched. They were like, man, you can race your friends even when they're not playing. And now it's like in all the games, and I'm like, oh yeah. Now I'm like kicking Nick's ass at Forza, and he can't do nothing about it.
Like Matt Paget is one of my few. I think Jean-Luc and Matt are one of my few friends on Xbox, and every time I play Forza and Forza Motorsport, I'm always Matt. For some reason, Matt is always the one who's like leading the pack, and I have to overtake him. So in every race, I'm just beating the shit out of Matt. So shouts out to Matt Paget because that boy,
that was bad.
He put in a lot of work for that PS5 review. So shouts out to him. But that is coming later, or that's already published. But PS5 launches in a couple days. But for now, we're talking Xbox. So let me see if I got some new questions in the chat. Mario Lopez says, question, will you do a comparison video between game running on Series X versus game running on Series S? Do we have anything like that yet?
So we don't yet. It's something we've been talking about doing.
Okay.
I think it just kind of depends on the game. Like doing it on backwards compatibility games that haven't received updates might be a little strange just because one's running off the Xbox One X updates and one doesn't have those, even though they're on. I don't know. It gets pretty complicated.
It's very tricky.
But I think like it'd be cool for us to do something with Forza in particular, or Gears 5, for example, or even some upcoming games. Like I think haven't they said like DMC supports ray tracing on the one, or not the One X, dear God, the Series X,
yeah,
and the but not on the Series S or something.
Yeah, something like that. So I think what we'll try to do is pluck out some good cases that do show off a difference, and go from there. We actually only got one Series S prior to launch, which is the one I used for review. So we've been a little bit limited in terms of what we can do with the Series S, but coverage is ever evolving and continuing. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. But just to go off of that, since I have been able to use the Series S a little bit, this is another question that was actually, let me jump to a question that came from the community earlier. This fool's trying to roll for credits. That's not bad. 130,000 credits. I'll take it. Let me see. Here's a question from Nate Grinko from the YouTube community chat before we went live with this live stream. Asks, how does the Series S's 4K upscaling compare to the X's native 4K resolution? From a basic eye test, how noticeable are the differences? Very good question. So for me, I was playing both consoles on a 4K TV, and the differences were quite noticeable to me. Also, I'm someone who's like I've been paying attention to these sorts of things since I've been a
Since you were a
PC
baby.
gamer,
Oh,
since I was a little baby, man. I was like, mama, this 1080p. 1080p didn't even exist when I was born. What the hell? But yeah, I've been a PC gamer for a long time, so I do notice those things a lot easier. So to me, they do look quite different in terms of the fidelity. So I'm not saying that the Series S, going back to it depends. So for example, let's take Forza Horizon 4 and Gears 5, for example. Games that got Series S optimizations for both, for Series X and S. Series S optimizations make those games look great. It's not doesn't have the same clarity as the Series X on a 4K TV, but those games look great. They look like they're if they're not 1440p, it looks pretty damn close to 1440p. Or if it's a 1080p, those games looking real crispy on a 4K TV, considering the power and the size of the Series S. Going to the Series X, I could see, this is crispy 4K. It looks great. Series S isn't too far behind. But if you play a backwards compatible game that hasn't received optimizations, the differences are super noticeable because the Series S plays the base Xbox One versions of back compat games if they have not been optimized for Series S. So for example, I was playing Final Fantasy 15 on the Series S, and the base Xbox One version caps off at 900p resolution. So it doesn't even do 1080p, and it's at like 30 frames per second. So it doesn't look great, it doesn't run great. But if you play the Series X version, you get the 1x enhancements. So you can choose super high resolution or higher frame rate, and the game looks decent and it runs well. Some caveats there for that particular case. So it's tricky. So if it gets Series S optimizations, it looks pretty damn good. If a game doesn't get Series S optimizations, it doesn't look that great, especially in comparison to how it will look if you run it on a Series X. Case by case basis. But moving forward, this is something that Xbox is going to take care of in the future, where future releases are going to be optimized for Series S and X. So I think that it's a bit of a bummer because backwards compatibility is such an attractive thing about the new consoles, but the fact that a lot of games don't get to use the juice that's packed in the Series S is a little disappointing. But I understand why that's the case. Because that would be a lot of work to go back. It's like, okay, we need specific enhancements for the Series S. And the tech specs don't exactly line up with the Series S and the 1X. Listen, it's a lot. It's a lot to kind of... What I will say, though, is that, as I said for both console reviews, if a game runs a dynamic resolution or a 60 FPS cap or an uncapped frame rate, the Series S will be able to maintain higher resolutions during dynamic resolution and higher frame rates in those cases. It's just that base Xbox One games don't really get to shine all that much. So that's that on that. Damn, your boy's been talking a lot, so I need to take a swig of this water.
I think we're gonna do off-road race. Oh, what? Still I was hoping I'd be able to use a different class of cars, but I guess not.
Do an off-road race with your Lambo? Don't do that.
It's weird, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
How do I buy cars? Is there a page where I just buy new cars in this game? Because I can't seem to find it. Other than
buy car.
But this
just anything.
This is just cars that work for this race.
Oh, you'd have to go back out and then go into your main menu. I will admit that the Forza Horizon menus are kind of a mess.
This is so much. It's
look at all these
12
blocks.
different tabs with all these blocks. What am I looking at?
None of it means anything to me. Go to
wheel
the cars
spin,
tab.
super wheel spin.
Where is it? Shit, man, I don't know.
Oh, buy, upgrade, customize cars. I'm stupid. I was looking at it.
There you go. Let me see what is going on. My bad if I have missed y'all in the chat.
Oh, there we go. That's what I'm. Oh, I don't have enough for this.
Damn, you can't even buy a horde walk.
A Hortwog.
Warthog. War. Have you guys tried Warzone on the X? That is a question for Jacob Decker.
I have. I've done a lot of Warzone on the X. It seems to run a bit smoother from what I can tell. Like there doesn't seem to be as many dips in frame rate. Not that there were many to begin with, and it loads much faster. Like it's almost kind of an issue because I end up not really an issue, but I end up loading into stuff like way quicker than everyone I'm playing with. So like sometimes I'll just be in the opening lobby way before anyone else.
Damn.
I guess it depends though, right? Because there's also PC people. So Warzone's pretty well adjusted to that. But when I play like regular multiplayer in Call of Duty, with crossplay disabled, then usually it's I'm usually the first in.
That's what's up. Those load times is
It took me all the way back
gotta wait
here.
for everyone.
God.
There's no fast travel even.
Should we switch or should we do one more race? We are
Let's
at
see, we're about
30
30 minutes. You want to switch over to Sekiro?
Let's do it.
Ooh, okay, so Jake was pretty decent at Forza, you know.
I got first on all 4 races I did.
Yeah, nothing to scoff at, but man's about to flex on us with
we'll
some
see.
Sekiro gameplay. Hey, you streamed when this game first came, or around the time this game came out. You streamed your platinum.
Well, yeah, it's on Xbox though. So
or your 1,000 gamers, or your 1,000 gamer
Sekiro,
score.
34.
Ooh, you ain't nobody can tell you nothing about your Sekiro skills. So
which, like the getting From Software platinums and whatnot isn't as rare as other ones because people who play From Software games are like, yeah, I'm gonna get the platinum. So
yeah, but yeah, so so we're transitioning to Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. The reason we're doing that is because this is a case, as I mentioned earlier, where the Series X is able to boost the performance for a game without needing optimizations. So the performance mode caps the frame rate at 60 FPS. On One X, it wasn't really able to. It did hit around like high 30s, 40s, stuff like that. But on the Series X, 60 FPS straight up, which is super helpful for a game like this. And also, I like to show off this game because, you know, Jake is one of Jake's favorite games of last year. Or was it your favorite game of last year?
Second favorite. I liked Disco Elysium more, but
oh, that's right.
It was very close. Like,
yeah,
I've spent way more time playing this game. Which boss should we do?
But it was
Genichiro.
GameSpot's 2019 Game of the Year, so.
and it was the Keeley winner too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
which
pretty wild.
Surprised me. I didn't think it was gonna win the Keeleys.
The Keeleys. Oh man, but yeah, this is
this game again.
Oh no, you're rusty and you're jumping right into Genichiro. But yeah, if you are watching this, I think, yeah, we're streaming this in 60 FPS, so you can see this game running. I mean, if you played on PC, you've been able to play at 60 FPS, but the fact that this is on a console without optimizations is a pretty neat benefit. And there are other games that are able to do this, such as No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is benefits straight 60 the entire time. Monster Hunter World is also another game that benefits greatly. I remember I played Monster Hunter World on a base PS4, not the best case, but jumping into Monster Hunter World on the Series X, obviously a big difference, but it is a game that runs at a 60 FPS cap, and the game is able to hit that 60 FPS cap. Ooh, homeboy's getting wrecked.
Yeah, this is rough. Maybe I shouldn't have started with Genichiro.
It's all right. But yeah, you see in those silky smooth frame rates on a console version of the game. That's pretty cool. Let's see.
Good lord.
Gaming Lizard has a question. From your experience on console launches, if you didn't get a pre-order, how realistic do you think it is to get a new console this year? A little different, obviously different situations. There are a lot of rumblings about people who even did pre-order not being able to get theirs quickly enough, which is unfortunate, but such is the case in the year of our Lord 2020. obviously I can't speak to it because I'm not a retailer. I'm also not with Microsoft logistics and all that. I'm just going off the top of the brain, but I feel like from what I've seen in like PC hardware launches is that you'll see stock coming in and out a lot. Like maybe half a day it'll be available in stock, and then it's sold out for the next couple days. So that's how I think things are gonna play out, at least until next year. So yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but such is the world, and such is the case here with new console launches. I remember it was really hard to get a Wii when that thing first launched. So I'm kind of, this is my first console generation launch where I've been able to be in games media. So it's a little different because we do get these things for work. But I remember younger, the Wii was hard to get at launch. 360 I saw in stock pretty often. PS3 was a little tricky because there was, I think like everyone wanted like the 60 gigabyte version, but the 20 gigabyte version was available, but then like that wasn't, and then but that one did backwards compatibility or something. I don't know. It was pretty wild. But yeah, I remember there being some troubles with PS3s and stuff. PS4s, I don't think there was much, and Xbox Ones, I don't think there was much trouble there. Switches was probably the most recent case where for months people were like, yo, Switch is in stock. And then a couple hours later, psych, it is not in stock no more.
And then it like happened again at the beginning of this pandemic too.
Yeah, everyone started like trying to stock up on Switches, and it's like, oh, it's like launch all over again. I do think that this new console launch is going to be like that, where, yes, like I said, stock is going to be coming in and out. Experienced that with the Switch. It took me a while to get a Switch of my own. So yeah, that's that on that. Let me see what else y'all been saying. If not, I have a well of questions that I can still get to. I can't hear any gameplay on my end, so that's why it feels a little quiet. But I hope y'all are enjoying the clashing of swords and all that. Does the Series X come with the Game Pass code? I don't think so. Mine didn't, and I got a actual retail package.
I
thought it would.
If you get like, what's the thing they are having, the monthly fee
all access.
Yeah, whatever. That comes with Game Pass.
Yeah, so I think it's like it's a payment plan. You gotta get the console and along with Game Pass Ultimate. That's a pretty sweet deal if you don't like. If you bought it, I don't know what the availability looks like in terms of that because console availability is limited to begin with. Yeah, that is a good deal though. But my package did not come with the Game Pass month code. So let me see what y'all been seeing. Chuck Poisea says, hopefully I said that right. Do you guys like the Series S? I think it's a cool little console. It's not really for the folks who are like super into gaming, who spend a lot of time gaming. But as you go into the next generation, you have to, or you probably want to offer something to those who want to get an Xbox, but don't necessarily care all that much about the highest fidelity or having the latest and greatest. So I see the Series S as a very good, like if I had kids, I ain't got kids, but if I did, and I don't know, they're like 12 or whatever, and they want to play games, I want to get them into games, Series S is a great option. Limited hard drive space, or SSD space, sorry, which I think is kind of a bummer, but when I think about who the console's for, I don't know if that's going to be that big of a deal. I think it's a big deal personally, but it just depends on who you get it for or what your expectations are when you get the Series S. But yeah, it's a nice little console. I'm glad it exists, all things considered. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. How many games can be on quick resume? 5, right? Well, it depends. I was able to, in one case, I was able to get 7 games rolling at the same time. But I had games like Bloodstained and Ori, some smaller games, less demanding games. So it just depends on what games they are. I think with bigger games, like about 5, I think. The bummer about quick resume, I mean, I don't think this is going to affect that many people because, like, who's really trying to push playing 5, 7 games at the same time? But it doesn't tell you when another game has to close its game state. I do wish it did give you sort of an indication, like, hey, if you open one more game, this particular game that you open last is going to have to close. Doesn't have that, but yeah, it is about. I would say 5 games is like a safe, safe amount to kind of for your expectations to have like suspended in quick resume. Graphical updates noticed in Warzone. I don't know if you can speak to that, Jake, but
not really. I mean, like I said, it seems like it's more down to performance and especially load times.
I don't know if it's implemented yet, but I think 120 hertz is supposed to be.
Oh, okay. Because I know
part of it.
Like Warzone, isn't Warzone supposed to come to next gen like in December or something like that? Like officially.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
So maybe there'll be an update then that addresses that kind of stuff, or at least it's coming to Black Ops. I think in December. Black Ops.
Yeah,
Call
Black
of Duty,
Ops
Black Ops Cold War.
That's a mouthful. But yeah, that game is supposed to get, or will have specific enhancements. If not at launch, then somewhere down the line. But yeah, that's supposed to do 120 hertz, which is pretty dope for a shooter, if you ask me. But I do think that the use case for 120 hertz is pretty slim. I don't think if you're not a PC gamer, you probably don't have a high refresh rate display, unless you balled out on a really good TV recently. So. Yep. That's that.
He's one of my favorite bosses in this game. I'll probably mess it up because he's hard. I don't know why I like him. Well, actually, I know I like him so much. Just like his patterns are so much fun to fight against.
Ooh, corrupted monk. Come on, boy, go! Look at this. No. The swings and smooth 60 frames per second. That's what I'm talking about.
Good God. Too late.
Let's see. Let me see what else. I still have some questions to go through and that we sourced from earlier. So we got to Nate Granko talking about Series S upscaling 4K than native for the X. It depends, but yeah, I do notice it. Is how I would sum that up. Oh, at Irregular Dave on Twitter.
Hey, I know him.
I don't know. I feel like we should ban that fool. Which console smells the best? Let me smell my Series X. Series X. Smells great. Both of them smell great. Thanks, Dave. Keep it moving. Are there any games you hope to get a remaster or remake? Midnight Gamer 4X says on Twitter. Jake, is there any
like
remasters?
A full-on remaster or remake, or just like an Xbox Series X update?
Let's say like a full-on remake to take full advantage of the Series X. We already got Demon Souls coming.
We do have Demon Souls coming, not to the Series X, but
yeah. But that is out in the existence of the world.
I'll have to think about it after this fight.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Well, I don't know why I asked you while you're in the middle of a damn boss fight in Sekiro. For me, when it comes to Xbox, I'll just say like, hey, Persona 3. You know what I'm saying? That would be, I would cry for days and days and days if Persona 3 remake actually happened. But when it comes to like the Xbox brand, oh wow, I was gonna say Mass Effect. We're getting that in spring 2021. Oh my God! N7 Day gave us the gifts of God, letting us know that, you know, Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster. Oh my God! Don't even get me started. So excited for that. I'm really glad that they're doing a full-on. It was always one of those things where I was like, "Is this even real? Is this really going to happen?" People keep talking about it, but you know, we haven't heard anything unless you're on like the inside. And I'm like, yeah, that's not real. That's not happening. Then they hit us with it. So
God, my timing is just slightly too slow.
Come on, man, get good.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. Fusion Frenzy.
I was thinking that. Just 'cause, like, I was thinking of like old Xbox games. I was thinking Fusion Frenzy and what was it, Kung Fu Chaos? Which, hey, Ninja Theory.
Yo, that's wild. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Fusion Frenzy is on Game Pass, but you give me a 4K, 120 hertz, full remake of Fusion Frenzy. Parties is about to be. We about to turn up at parties when we can again. Who knows when that'll be?
I was playing Halo 2 last night, and I was like, man, I think I'm ready for that Halo 3 remake now.
Like a full-on remake?
Yeah, like you know how they did the one for Halo 1 and Halo 2.
That what?
Like the updated graphics. You know, you can like swap between the look, but something like that.
Wait, Halo 3 doesn't have
no, Halo 3 doesn't have
Oh,
it.
that's right, because it's running the 360. Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. Never mind. Halo 3 was great.
I am getting my ass kicked.
What was my favorite original Xbox game? Was actually the original Splinter Cell. They wanna, hit us. I know Splinter Cell is a multi-platform game, or it always has been. But you give us like 1, 2, like, because Pandora, you can't play Pandora tomorrow on modern PCs, I don't think, and I don't know if I think they work. I don't know if they work on Xbox actually. I should probably check myself before I wreck myself. But Pandora tomorrow is not many people talk about that anymore, because obviously Chaos Theory is the best one. But that kind of those 3 games, I like Double Agent. I think it was cool. Wasn't my favorite, but I did like it.
I finally played Double Agent on like the Xbox and PS2 version of that game, which is different than the 360. And actually, I don't think there was a PS3 version and PC version, because it's on Xbox backwards compatible, so you can play it. It's pretty good. It's everyone. I saw people saying it was like almost as good as Chaos Theory. No, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. Like, it's wild because like Chaos Theory almost still, like, for a very long time, Chaos Theory felt like going into the 360 era, Chaos Theory still felt like a current gen game.
Yeah.
I think it was like the best case. Also, the game's very dark, so you can probably hide some of the blemishes a lot easier. But that game looked incredible. I think it was like the best looking original Xbox game. I do like that game a lot. I'm sure those stories have not aged well, but you know what? Sam Fisher and Lambert and Grimm's daughter, that's the squad, right?
I was playing Conviction not that long ago, and that story has not aged super well.
There are some things.
There's some scenes that are kind of problematic, but like more so just the fact that it's like Sam Fisher would never do this. Like this weird like edgy Sam Fisher they introduced later on just would not do the shit that he's doing now. But you know, they were trying to get that action game, I don't know, skew, I guess.
I do feel a little conflicted about Conviction. I think it's a good game. I just don't know if it was a Splinter Cell game that I wanted, but that's fine, you know. You gotta try something new every now and then, and I respect that. So yeah, that's my answer. My long-winded answer. Let me get back to let's see what y'all can say. Let's see. I have highlighted question marks, so let's see. Question: what about dynamic themes? They seem to be on their preview units, but on my retail Series X, I can't choose between different dynamic themes. Oh, that's weird.
You can only choose color, I'm pretty sure. Like the dynamic theme is always going to be It's always going to be this. What we see here,
but you can
change color. At least from I was taking a look at it this morning, and I'm pretty sure that's about. Oh, okay, we're still playing.
Damn, didn't even pause the game for you. Oh man. So yeah, dynamic themes, they're pretty limited now. I hope that the Xbox would maybe lean into that a little bit more going forward, because it is a thing that's been on PlayStation. I think it's really cool, especially when you get them game by game. There's some really, really good dynamic themes out there on PlayStation. So maybe.
I still have the Persona 5 one for pre-ordering Persona 5.
Yeah,
That plays,
that's nice.
I forget what the song is. It's good.
Yeah. Someone asked what game this is. This is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. 2019 GameSpot Game of the Year, and the latest from software, at least for now. Showing this off because, like I said at the front, it's able to run a stable 60 frames per second, unlike the Xbox One X version that kind of dipped a lot in frame rate, around 30, 40 FPS. So that's a really cool, and without optimizations, like I said, there's a really cool feature of some backwards compatible games that can run higher frame rates, but hasn't been able to hit them. Now they can.
My timing is just off ever so slightly.
Let's see. Got a question from. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, let's see.
Oh my god.
If you have smart delivery enabled on Xbox One games, installed on an external, transfer that to the Series X SSD, will it convert to the Series X version, or do you have to re-download the game entirely? So, in my experience, when I move a game file from hard drive to hard drive, this is true when moving games from the Series S to the X, is that when you move the game, for example, so this is a question from Kurt Yazdi Zadeh. Hopefully I said that right. And when you take a game from an external hard drive and you move it to the internal on a Series X, if you try to start the game, it'll say, hold up, we're downloading some updates. So you won't have to download the entire game, but it will download the necessary asset package for the Series X specific, like the Series X specific files, to make sure that it's running the correct version, which is is how that works. So, and for example, like I've been moving games between Series X and S on a hard drive. So I would take the Gears 5, the Series S, the smaller 55 gigabyte version of Gears 5 from the Series S, move it to the Series X, and then it'll be like, hold up, we're downloading the necessary files. It'll take a minute, and then it's ready to go. So that's kind of how that's able to work there. Because through smart delivery isn't something you toggle on or off. It's just like quick resume. It's just the way the system works. You don't even have to think about it. But yeah, that's how the system will take care of different versions of games. Let's see. All right. Let's see what else y'all been saying. Guessing load times. Someone's Wicked Juice says guessing load times on the Series S are slower. They are not. So the Series X and S use the same architecture, same SSD. So load times will be almost identical between consoles. I know Phil Spencer has said that in some cases maybe the Series S might be slightly faster because it doesn't have as big of assets to load into. But at least in the cases that I've been, I just did some quick tests to make sure that it checked out. It's been pretty much the same because they are using the same SSD, same architecture and all that. So that is a benefit that spans both Series S and X that you'll get. Of course, you got to concede the size of the hard drive. On Series S, you only get 364 gigabytes available, which is not a lot. But like I said earlier, when you think about who the Series S is for, maybe that's not as big of a deal. Ockle said earlier what TV you use. I use an LG BX all day.
This is an MSI 1440p monitor. So it does 144 hertz, but it doesn't have 2.1. So I can't do 4K 60 or 4K 120 or whatever. Yeah. But I can do 120 hertz at 1080p, which I was messing around Gears with in Gears multiplayer, which was cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Someone said, Ray Tanner said, how's the input lag big difference? Not really. I mean, sorry. Whoa. Sorry. Input lag really just depends on mostly on your display. I think that's the biggest factor. Some folks have been saying that the controller is more responsive. Hasn't been if it is, it hasn't been noticeable to me. I feel like the Xbox wireless kind of ecosystem has been really on point. regardless. So hopefully that answers some of y'all's questions. Let me see if there's anything else. If not, I will pull from the well. So yeah, the question about dynamic themes, that was Tobias. Hopefully that answered. So Hinch Blues, any update on GTA series? Well, GTA 5 is going to get its next gen update soon. I forgot when that's supposed to come. I don't know if it's early next year or later this year, but there is going to be a next gen specific version of GTA 5. So if you are I know a lot of people still play GTA Online, so you get a little bit of a perk there. It's kind of cool. I'm not sure if you have to rebuy it.
I think on PS5 at least.
Damn,
they're trying to get you to rebuy it.
But yeah, that's GTA 5 spanned 3 console generations. Believe that.
I'd be more curious in a Red Dead for Series X, because like that PC version looks incredible, and like just something closer to that on console would be amazing.
Yeah, obviously Red Dead Redemption 2. Or are you talking about original Red Dead or
Red Dead Redemption 2?
Okay, yeah. Obviously it's backwards compatible and it's a lot more consistent, I think. And you get the load times are much faster. But there are no Series X specific enhancements. I don't know if they're coming or if they're planned or whatever. But you do it runs the 1X enhancements. And also a lot more consistently, but yeah, again, like I said, no specific series enhancements for that yet, or if ever. Can I play Fortnite? Yes. Fortnite actually got a launch day Series X update, so I think it runs 4K 60. Series S runs 1080p 60. I think. With some extra, there's also some extra graphical features that come along with it. So it's not just resolution and frame rate. I think they said stuff about like improved physics, better visual flares, things like that. But yeah, if you play Fortnite, you're gonna get the best version of Fortnite. If you don't play or already play on PC.
Clearly, I should have practiced some Sekiro before today.
That's on you.
This has been rough.
No, it's all good. It's all good. At least you're able to keep up in some regard. That's what's important, right?
So one thing I'm not sure about with this though is that this is New Game Plus like 5, and I don't know if the reflections of strength are as tough as these bosses are on what the fuck is that move? I haven't seen this phase either, because normally I just assassinate them this phase and it's easy. But I don't know if like these bosses are as hard as they'd be on New Game Plus 5, or if they're just their standard one. But anyway, it is almost another 30 minutes. Should we switch to Yakuza or Gears?
Let's switch to Yakuza if you're feeling it.
All right.
Yeah. My game. I'm hyped for this.
I will not do story stuff, just in case there's people in the chat who want to see that. But I'm about 10 hours in, so it's not super far in. And I have all of the, well, at least I have the 4 party members that they show off. I don't know if there's more or not. I haven't played more.
There's more, but they're also the fact that they join your party is a little bit of a spoiler.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna show off some. Jake's gonna be playing some Yakuza Like a Dragon. One of my favorite games in a very long time. But one of the games that have been pushed very hard for the Series X launch. Which is really, like I said earlier, it's pretty wild to see a Japanese game that's traditionally a PlayStation exclusive. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Seconds, bro. And like this loads the entire open world. So if you want to pull up the map, this game is a lot bigger than Kamurocho in previous Yakuza games. So that entire map was loaded in, was it like 3-4 seconds? Yeah. I recorded like 6 seconds in my 5 or 6 seconds in my test, but I think that was shorter. So that is an example of Series X load times. And if you want to get more specific load time tests, Jake is Mr. Video Comparison over here. He's done videos on 1X and Series X load time differences. He also did PS5 to Xbox Series X load time comparisons. So you can definitely check that out after the stream to show that off, because I think that's a really, really cool feature that is really going to improve next-gen experiences almost as much as visuals, I think. Wayne Harrison said that Red Dead Redemption 2 4K 30 on Series X, and it stays 30, yeah. But on One X, it jumps from like 30, dips to 25, 20. Yeah, and that's what Digital Foundry recorded. So shouts out to Digital Foundry for all the work that they do, because they put in, they get very, very detailed. Very good at what they do. But yeah, that's an example of the Series X being able to maintain those higher frame rates. I mean, obviously, like 30 FPS is not high, but Red Dead is capped at 30, and the Series X is able to stay at 30 because of the power, whereas the One X might dip here and there. So that's that on that. But yeah, we're watching Jake roll through Yokohama and Yakuza Like a Dragon. So this is one of my favorite games of the year for story reasons, and I'm a big Yakuza fan. Played the entire series and got into it recently too. I think it was like 2017 when Downtown Peter Brown and Jean-Luc Spicy, our good friends, good boys, put me on the Yakuza series, and it was a love at first sight. But yeah, this is Like a Dragon is a good starting point for those who have never played a Yakuza game, because it starts off a whole new story arc. There are references and callbacks to the original games, but they're not entirely necessary in order to understand what's happening in the game. All new story starring Kasuga Ichiban, probably one of my favorite characters of all time. This dude is, I love Ichiban so much.
He's great.
Yeah, he's a kid at heart. So the whole thing is like, the reason why you have wild RPG battles is because in his mind, everything to him is like playing Dragon Quest. When he gets into fights, he envisions it as an RPG. So that's what you see on screen during battles is his imagination running wild, and it's adorable. I love him so much, and he fights for what's right, and it really carries him through. And a lot of the characters too help him kind of grow, because he's kind of immature in some points in the story, but others are there to like help him grow. And I think that's one of my favorite things about this game. But yeah, if you have a Series X, I highly recommend picking this up. Looks great. Does 4K 30 FPS. I know Dragon Engine isn't like the most advanced tech out there, but it's still like, this Yokohama looks beautiful.
Yeah, especially like some of the like neon alleyways look really good.
Yeah, like if you roll through, you were just on Isazaki Road, which is one of the busier shopping centers in Yokohama, in real life also. Yeah, it just looks wonderful. So yeah, you can also, so you have two options when you play this game on Series X and Series S. You have high resolution mode. So on Series X, Yakuza will play at 4K 30, like I said earlier. But if you set it to normal mode, it'll play 1440p, 60 frames per second. So if you're not familiar with like resolutions and stuff, it just means that the image will be a little bit blurrier, slightly lower resolution, but 1440p is still looks pretty good. And 60 FPS is very noticeable change. I jumped between the two throughout my time playing. I just really like how the game looks at 4K, native 4K during cutscenes, because you get really detailed, a lot of up close shots of people's faces and their expressions and all that. So I do prefer that for this particular game. And it's a turn-based system, so it's not like you're playing an FPS where 60 FPS is going to like really improve your skills. But you know, it comes down to preference. Oh, you're gonna just tweet out a screenshot. Get a better one. Yeah. So we're gonna show off a share feature, I guess. We're gonna tweet straight from our Xbox right onto the GameSpot account. Make sure you like, retweet, subscribe, all that. But you need to catch up, dog. But yeah. So those are the enhancements that you get from this game on the Series X. If you play on the Series S, you can choose a lower resolution for 60 frames per second. I think it's earlier I said it was 1080p. I think it's actually 900p. So it's can be pretty blurry depending on your perception of that, but it'll run 60 frames per second. If you play high resolution mode, it'll do 1440p 30 frames per second. So it's just scaling down the resolution for this game. I don't know if there's any other visual like settings or graphics features that also have to get cut down with it. But for me, the main thing I notice is the difference in resolution going from X to S. So, oh man, that's a lot of. I've been running my mouth. Goddamn.
A lot to talk about. Lots of questions. New
Yeah.
console after all. This only happens.
Yeah, it only
I don't
happens
know.
about.
Not every year, at least.
Yeah.
Lately, it's gotten a
Man.
little weird with PS4 Pro and Xbox One X.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
those guys are a little too tough for me. We're gonna stay away. I think I'm kind of getting to an area where I'm not really supposed to be yet.
Yeah, if you go to northern Yokohama, I think it gets a little tough. I think this game does a decent job of level scaling. They are harder the more north you go, but I don't think it's like impossible hard.
I'm gonna check out some of the sub stories, see if there's any good ones.
Yeah. Got some real raunchy sub stories in this game.
Well, that's what I want to get. I want to get a screenshot of a raunchy one so we can post to GameSpot Twitter.
Okay, all right. Hey, they said we could.
Yeah, we got the keys to the kingdom. We can do whatever we want,
Yeah.
within reason.
We're gonna do it. Mrs. Lisa Murphy, 12. Hopefully I said that right. Hopefully it's not Mr. Lisa Murphy. Mrs. Lisa Murphy, 12 says, "What are your thoughts on NBA Next Gen?" I still need to jump on that. I actually just got it. Just from what I've seen so far, though, it looks like NBA 2K is one of the games that is actually separating itself between generations in terms of the versions that it come out with. So NBA 2K on Series X and PS5 is almost a completely different game. I mean, you be the judge of like how much of a difference between basketball games or sports games that is. But it is a separate version that has like players look incredible. I was looking at Damian Lillard earlier. That fool looked like Damian Lillard. It's pretty wild. But I'm gonna check that out soon, today if not later this week. Yeah. Wayne Harrison points out that Black Ops Cold War is 130 gigs on PS5 and Xbox. Oh boy, that hard drive space is a premium because games are getting bigger. I hope that, I mean, if you're playing on the Series S and you play Call of Duty, I hope that the devs or they offer like the slimmer download install sizes. Because there are some games that do that. So if Series S enhanced games such as like Sea of Thieves is the biggest deal, I think, because that game is 44 something gigs on the Series X, but only 17 gigs on the Series S. So they cut out a lot of the unnecessary files for that. That's less than half the install size if you're on Series S. But there's some game like Gears, I think it was like 72 gigs down to 55 gigs. So it saves a little bit of space. If you press up on the D-pad, you can take a selfie. I don't know if you want to take a selfie and post that to the.
Oh, oops, yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
You can turn around.
Do expressions. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, my beautiful boy, Kasuga Ichiban.
How about we just get a wholesome smile? You can see.
Yeah, you can turn around and get the squad, and they will strike a pose as well. Just give them a minute. I think they'll put up peace signs. There you go. Oh yeah, there you go. Give them the doggy face. There you go.
All right. What does it
Oh,
save to?
I don't think it saves as a full-on screenshot. I think it like saves to your photos in the game. And I don't think you can do anything
can't hide
other than, yeah.
All right, well that's
so
fine.
maybe
We'll
you
just do this.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine. UI and everything. Beautiful, beautiful game. Oh, so Cole Austin asks, I think we answered this a little bit earlier, but to give you straight up answer, Cole Austin asks how much of the SSD is usable on the Series S. 365. Oh, I see that the chat 364. Sorry, I see the chat has answered that. Yeah, but it is 364 gigabytes once you get your console. That's how much I had on mine. 802 gigabytes free on the Series X. Let's see. Let's see. Evan Langer says he played Chapter 1 last night. Was super skeptical of Ichiban since I love Kiryu so much. Same. But I'm already. Oh my god. The thing I like about Ichiban is that he's his own person.
What? Can't share.
Oh.
I'll try one more time.
Too many followers on the
yeah,
GameSpot
maybe it's
account.
like 9.
So yeah, Ichiban really like. I feel like he's able to take ownership of who he is throughout the game, to where like you never think about like, oh, does he live up to Kiryu and Majima or anything like that. Ichiban is his own person, and I love what he's about. I think everyone's gonna love what he's about. Definitely one of my favorite characters in games. Cole Austin has another question.
Okay.
How big are AAA games looking storage-wise on new consoles? It depends. So, for example, like Forza is like 80-something gigs. Forza Horizon 4, that is. Gears is like 70. Gears 5 is like 72 gigs or something like that. Obviously, Call of Duty is going to be upwards of 100 gigs. I know Warzone is 106 gigs, I think. So... yeah, but like Yakuza is only like 37 something gigs, and like Doom Eternal I think is like 50 or something like that. So it fluctuates obviously, but yeah, those huge AAA games though are Master Chief Collection is like, oh my god, well that's like 5 games in one, so of course that's gonna take a lot. It's like 100
Destiny's
something.
like 118 gigs as well.
Yeah, but word on the street is that the December update, I think, is supposed to slim things down. Who knows by how much though, because Destiny is a huge game with a lot of content, so it's not surprising that game is upwards of 100 gigs. Whoa, my bad, sorry. All right, let me see. Cash Cav TV asks, how's Dirt 5? Are the graphics any good and gameplay good? There's a review of Dirt 5 on GameSpot.com that you should check out. Richard Wakeling, I believe, did that.
I can swap to Dirt 5 for a bit too if we want to check it out at some point.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
I do have it installed. Maybe not for long though.
Yeah. But yeah, Dirt 5, you know, I think it's, you know what I'm saying? No, I think it's a decent racing game. Well, it's a lot more arcadey than maybe like Dirt Rally or Dirt 4 was. You're not gonna have a co-driver saying, "All right, 40-degree turn in 50 feet" or some shit.
Wait, is that what the older ones were?
Some of them.
Some of them.
Not all of them were like that.
The early ones, I bet.
Yeah, early ones. Dirt 4 was, I think, Dirt Rally 2.0, if I'm not mistaken, was like that. They did have like Rallycross and stuff like that, more traditional style racing, but some of it was simulation style. Graphics are good. It's not gonna blow you away, I don't think. Gameplay's good. It's not gonna blow you away, I don't think. Decent game. It's got some enhancements too. If you wanna, that game could do 120 hertz if you want to. But I think it's like image quality modes is probably my favorite because it still does 60 FPS pretty consistently. That's cool. Fear No Hate asks, someone else asked this earlier, does it come bundled with Game Pass? Does Xbox come bundled with Game Pass? Not if you buy the straight up console. There's no Game Pass code that comes with it. We talked about the All Access thing earlier, where you can get Ultimate and console on layaway, or not layaway, but on a payment plan. I know all about layaway growing up, man. Stuff in the streets, yo. So is this on Game Pass? Yakuza Like a Dragon is not on Game Pass. So you have to buy a game strip, and I highly recommend it. Let's see. Street Fighter games coming to Xbox Series X and S? Well, they're backwards compatible, I think. Yeah. I mean, If they're on the one at Xbox One, then they will work. I play a lot of Street Fighter 4 on 360 back in the day. Love that game. Let's see.
Have you done this one,
COD.
Michael?
Oh, is this the soap? The guy in the soapy? Yeah, I did this one. This is good. Okay, get some screenshots of this one. Oh my god, this one is so dumb. Enjoy. I hope y'all can enjoy. Yeah, if you're no problem, man. Let's see if there's any other questions.
What are you talking about?
Colossus has another question. Are the consoles compatible with any USB SSD? As long as you're connecting it through a USB 3.0 cable, it'll work. So yeah, I've been using a Samsung T5, and I know that if you have an enclosure, if you have like your own internal SSD and use an enclosure, and if you want to use that through USB 3, it'll work. You should be good there. Oh, my soapy guy, man, covered in bubbles. Okay. There's a lot of dialogue in Yakuza, and it's all incredibly well written and well localized. I imagine you did the sub story for to open up the quiz minigame already, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because that has an intro that's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. There's also, if you go to Hamakita Park up in the north, you can unlock the Dragon Kart minigame.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that shit's pretty wild. But yeah, this is some Yakuza for your ass. This is how it is. This is why we love the series so much. It has everything you could ever want in a game. It has seriously some dumbass situations that are legit funny, and then has like some really good drama, some heartfelt moments. Oh, you're playing the English dub, huh?
I am playing the English dub.
Yeah, I can't I'm not getting gampaplay audio, so I wasn't. I'm not.
Yeah,
able to, but
I did it because I wanted to hear George Takai, who plays one of the patriarchs.
Yeah, he plays Masumi Arakawa, major character. That's pretty. I need to go. I want to go back and play. I'm gonna play this game again because I love it that much. But I am gonna play with the English dub. I messed around with the English dub a little bit. Was like, oh, this is good. It's very well done. But being a Yakuza fan, I have to play in Japanese. I play anime games with its English dubs, but for some, like obviously like a photorealistic game set in Japan, I'm gonna play it with the Japanese voices. Also, just the Japanese voiceover performance, absolutely stellar. Obviously, so much emotion and emphasis are put into so many things. So Jake is gonna have to escort his new buddy, who's covered in soapy bubbles. But you're also gonna have to, for some reason, you're gonna have to avoid sprinklers and people throwing water in the streets for some damn reason. It doesn't matter. In the world of Yakuza, it don't matter. Is that Joe Zija? I know Joe Zija does some voices. I don't know who exactly. I know Kaiji Tang, voice of Gaius from Trails of Cold Steel. Kaiji Tang is the voice of Kasuga Ichiban, which is huge. That's huge. So shouts out to my guy Kaiji Tang for stepping up into that role.
Are you gonna play? Are you gonna play Dragon Quest XI now, Michael?
I actually started Dragon Quest XI because Secret Weeb, Jacob Decker, the Dragon Quest XI demo went up over the weekend, I think, and so it's available now. And I think it's about the first 10 hours of the game, and that save that you have in the demo will carry into the full version once it comes out, and it's on Game Pass. That is, man, Game Pass is wild. The best deal in games, straight up. So yeah, I started Dragon Quest XI. Echoes of an Elusive Age S Definitive Edition.
Something like that. Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of an Elusive Age, I think.
Yeah. Definitive Edition. Don't forget that. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think it's pretty simple in the early hours, like attack, heal, attack, heal. But and the story is very like traditional style of fantasy RPG, I guess. But that's not to say that it is not a great game, because I'm really excited to that. I only dipped into it a little bit on the PS4 when it came out. Didn't have time to dedicate to it, but this is the time. I think that's going to be like my Thanksgiving break game that I'm just going to sink into.
It's very like it's segmented in a way. Like I feel there's an overarching story, but like it's very much like you get to a new area, you meet a whole new cast of characters. There's like subplots you solve from there, and then you move on with like someone new in your party, or just new understanding, and it kind of pushes you through the world in that way. It's not until like the second half where things kind of start to really kind of build. But it's still very good. It's very like wholesome and
Yay.
and like I don't know, I just found it so hard to play that game without like leaving with a smile on your face, because it's just so clever. And
Hell yeah.
I did power your dream though.
Just one. You only got one.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Beautiful.
my
All right.
God. That's good though. That's good though. I like
Check
that.
GameSpot Twitter for me. Make sure it made it up safely.
All right. I got you.
I'm gonna check.
Power your dream. No, I like that even better. That's even better. Oh shit, that's hella funny. Oh my God, this fool.
That's what I get talking about Dragon Quest while trying to type. Doesn't work.
It's all right. That's.
Where am I taking this guy? Is it right
You gotta
here?
take him, yeah, to that blue bubble. Gotta avoid the. At first, I thought you had to avoid the puddles on the street, which you don't. You have to just avoid the people. For some reason, this kid is just throwing water everywhere. First off, there shouldn't be a man covered in bubbles walking public streets. But you know what?
Hey, he explained his
Shit happens.
situation. It's tough out there for him.
Look at how beautiful Isazaki. What is it? This isn't Isazaki Road, but this is one of the shopping areas of Yokohama. So bright and lively, but also Ichiban just bumps into everyone because he doesn't care. But he's a nice boy. He's a nice boy. I'll promise you that. Also, cars follow traffic laws, so if you cross the street while they're driving, you can get hit and lose 100 HP. There we go. Take him to get some clothes. Power your dream. That shit is hella funny. Oh man. All right, let me see. Oh my God.
Okay.
Let's see. If anyone else has a question. Mark Bell's Power Project. Re-asking Fizzy Bros, Fizzy Bro 26's question. Can you stream to YouTube from the Xbox Series X? No, I don't think so. I don't. Damn. I don't think so. I actually don't know a definitive answer to that, but I'm sure the answer is out there. My bad. That I don't know the answer straight up, but I don't think so.
Should we dig through the dashboard to take a look, or?
Yeah, we can do that. So we can give you a little. We're no longer held to embargoes of not showing the dashboard. Consoles are out there, so we can take a tour of the UI. We have a video.
He's just a pervert. It's a long story. Because would there be a separate app you'd have to install to stream? Because I didn't do any streaming directly from the Xbox. The only thing I had, or at least from the Xbox One, the only experience I had was streaming from the PS4, which like you just hit the share button. So with this, I don't really know. This is just streaming off like Streamlabs. Like I've got a capture card it's plugged into and everything.
Yeah. I don't think so, because obviously I dug through the share menu, and obviously on PlayStation platform, that's part of like the share, your options when you open up your share menu for that is like if you want to hit stream. But here it's just like record the last couple seconds or a minute of gameplay, record gameplay, and take screenshots. So yes, let me see if any of y'all been saying some other things. Catch up real quick. Damn. Fantasy Thinker Fan asks, which upcoming Xbox games are you most excited for? What are you excited for, Jake?
What was the question? What X Games?
Xbox games are you most most excited for?
I mean, this is kind of a cheap answer, but Starfield is that the Bethesda's next game, which now I guess is I don't know about that one. That might be coming to multi-console or might be coming to other platforms, but I'm really excited for that game just because there's going to be a new engine. But apart from that, I love the first Psychonauts game. That's one of my favorite games of all time.
Ooh.
So I've been waiting a very long time for a Psychonauts sequel. So I am very happy that that is going to be happening. I hope it comes out soon. But I don't know. Double Fine's taking their time, and honestly, they should let them.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, Psychonauts 2. I saw it at E3 2019. Saw it in action. Looks like a ton of fun.
Yeah, I think I was with you. Didn't we see that together?
Yeah, we did. We got the not the hands-on demo. We got the live demo in front of us. Yeah, that looks. Yeah, we both got that appointment. Chopped it up with our boy Tim Schafer. But yeah, Psychonauts 2's. I think it's coming 2021, or I mean, you would hope. So that's a good answer. I think that's an exciting game. Also, yeah, Double Fine is now under the Xbox Game Studios umbrella, which happened fairly recently. That's pretty wild. For me, for Xbox, damn. I mean, in the short term, I think the Medium is going to be an interesting one because it's a Series X. That game isn't coming to Xbox One. That is a Series X and S and PC. I guess exclusive to the next gen platforms, because I talked to Bluebird team earlier before they fully announced the game, and yeah, they were talking about how the game takes specific advantage of the hard drive and the SSD and load times, because they're doing like a multi-dimensional world swapping thing that is part of the gameplay, and it wasn't possible on traditional hard drives and older consoles. So I'm really, really fascinated by how the game is able to take advantage of that, and to see if that actually like pans out or pays off. Because they like Bluebird team, like I think they do interesting things with horror games. So the fact that they are trying to leverage the hardware in a new way is exciting. So I think that's coming in December this year, I believe. So that's in the short term. I'm just looking forward to playing all of Dragon Quest XI, if I'm gonna keep it real with you. But in the long term, I think easy one is Halo Infinite, just because it's I don't know, man. Halo is such a weird thing in like this past generation, like the Xbox One generation. Like, what is Halo? We got Halo 5 and Master Chief Collection, but obviously people have mixed feelings about Halo 5, and I think it was a great game, I think, but expectations are different when it comes to Halo. So to finally see and experience what Infinite actually is going to be, I just want to know. I don't want to know.
Yeah, I was playing Halo 2 yesterday on the Master Chief Collection, just because Halo 2 was 16 yesterday, which is crazy. But
wow.
Playing that, I was like, yeah, I'm really excited for Infinite. I hope they can do something really cool and interesting with that game, because I miss the days when Halo was the behemoth that it was, I guess. Not that it isn't anymore, but I feel like everyone I knew was like getting Halo 2 when that came out.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. Ben Sussman has a question. Is it worth buying an Xbox Series X even though there's no launch exclusives for the console? Will there be exclusives launching soon? Like I just mentioned earlier, the only one I really know of is the Medium, like I said earlier, because that's taking advantage of Series X specific hardware. I think whether or not the Series X is worth it for you, you have to like ask yourself a couple questions. Like if you're on I say this in my reviews, like if you're on an Xbox One X and you're happy with that, I think it's I think it's fine to hold off on the Series X. Like you don't. This isn't something like you need to like get right away, like right now. Because there's nothing gating you from experiencing anything that Xbox is putting out. You're still gonna have access to all the same games. They run best on Series X, and some of the Series X enhancements are legit, like really, really good. If you have a 4K TV, you know that's also a factor. If long load times are something that you really don't want to deal with anymore, definitely consider getting into the Series X, because load times that can change things. It's pretty. I like that a lot. So yeah, it just depends on what your expectations are. You don't have to come out. I wouldn't say it's essential to go out and get an Xbox Series X, but yeah, though if those enhancements are attractive to you, you know, I think it'll be worth it. Are you trying to unlock Dragon Kart?
I am.
Yeah, it's all the way up in the top right corner of Hamakita Park. Or actually straight ahead. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's a short little sub story, and then it unlocks. It unlocks for you, so you can play a kart racing minigame inside of Yakuza Like a Dragon. Let me see if there are other questions. So yeah, Ben Sussman. Hopefully that answers your question. Of course, there's a lot of other nuances to it, but hopefully that's good.
Dragon Kart is the kart racing sensation that's taking this town by storm.
Oh, sorry.
All go-karts. Yeah, I
Let
don't hate
me
them.
see. I'm looking for question marks.
I'll see you around.
I'm looking for question marks.
Hold on now.
I'm looking for questions.
Dragon Kart is quite different from your
Looking for
regular
questions.
run-of-the-mill go-karts.
Cyberpunk getting delayed again. Oh my god. What a
Oh yeah.
what a story it's been. Oh, there was legit like rumblings.
Yeah, that it might happen again. Just rumors. I don't think anyone like, and no
course.
big websites have reported on it. Like GameSpot hasn't reported on it. It was just a couple tweets that someone tweeted something who's been right before. So it's like
That's how. Yeah.
yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly, yeah.
Temperature of Xbox Series X on heavy load. Not that hot, actually.
I don't know, touch
I
the
think-
top of mine. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
bad
right.
at all.
Yeah.
I was able to
So-
comfortably rest my hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if things have changed from the preview unit to the retail unit, but yeah, I've been playing all sorts of Series X enhanced games. So games that are in some capacity pushing the hardware, and yeah, heat is not an issue at all. It is. A lot of folks have done like thermal testing themselves and showing that the Series X is actually running a little bit cooler than the One X. So yeah, it's all good. David K points out from Gurpreet Singh that yeah, the cooling system is very robust and basically silent. Facts. It is silent. Like
Yeah, I
No,
haven't
I
heard it
mean-
at all.
yeah, unless you're like in a room that is like closed off from all sound, maybe you'll hear the fan spinning. But yeah, I don't. It is purely silent. I have the Series S right here on my desk, and I was playing some games earlier today and didn't hear it, even though it's like right up in my face. So that's cool. Like, I just feel like Xbox or Microsoft has really, they built something that is just solid all around. At least, so my perception is that like PS5, I think run. Actually, I shouldn't say. I'll leave that up to Matt Paget, the reviewer of the PS5. But Xbox, like the Series X, is such a solid console. It does feel like the One X in many ways, where it's an incremental jump because you have access to pretty much the same stuff, but obviously like very much improved. But yeah, it's just a solid piece of hardware. You're not gonna get like things like the cool DualSense features because the controller is pretty much the same, has some improvements here and there, but yeah, really good experience overall.
Just freaking pull out a rocket launcher.
Yeah, first race is easy, so you won't need to pull out the rocket launcher on anyone, but you can, because this minigame does get tough. Ooh, oh no.
Uh-oh.
You have to bust shots at him. This is Yakuza. Yeah. This is, or I think you can just use the right stick. No.
Nah.
This is a game about adult men and crime drama. In case you didn't know. So, yeah. This is game of the year.
So after this race, should we wrap up with some Gears co-op or horde?
That sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. Word on the street is that Xbox Live has been in and out, like down and out for like a little bit here and there. So we'll see if we can join up. If so, yeah, let's go.
All right. I wonder if that's why I wasn't able to post those pictures at first.
Oh yeah.
But I think it was good that we weren't able to do that because we found something better.
Yeah, much better. That is going to be. I'll try and get RGG Studio to retweet that.
They're never gonna give us control of Twitter again.
Hey, well then let's go wild. Let's pull some more bullshit. All right. Where's Bubble Guy keeping his wallet? Good question. Between his cheeks? Who knows? Thank you for the question, Nawaz. That was the best question we got so far. You'll never know. These are the Dragon Cart Masters.
Nice driving out there.
Let me see if there's any other questions that I may have missed. Sorry.
Great job out there. Very nice
So, you and a new driver?
Let me introduce you. This is Ichiban.
I've been playing a lot of Halo, as you can probably tell.
Was his first time in a car.
Because I be poning some noobs
Then hey,
on Master Chief Collection. You don't even know. Top of the scoreboard all the time.
crush you.
You better say your prayers.
So you don't really. All right. I don't think that is any other questions. Wait. Cole Austin asking, relating to the consoles, how stressful is it for all the GameSpot team right now? It's been a
Incredibly
lot.
stressful.
Yeah. Obviously, covering games is what we love to do. But the sheer volume of things that we need to and want to cover can be a little overwhelming. And especially during like a next-gen console launch, expectations are high. There's a lot of variables, lots and lots of variables that you can't really anticipate. So like things working from home, transferring files, being able to hit embargo deadlines, all that other stuff. Just a lot to juggle for everyone on board. Like I did 3 reviews in 1 week. Jake also stayed up late to cut the video versions with me. And then obviously on PS5 stuff, there's like a lot of people working late to make sure we hit those. Make sure those videos are on point too, because you watch that PS5 review. That video review is on point. You watch that Xbox Series X review on video, that's on point. You watch the Yakuza Like a Dragon video review. I rewatched it this morning.
I just got a desktop notification for getting an achievement in this game. You didn't see it on stream because I turned off notifications because I didn't want people to blow up my DMs as they're watching this. But yeah, it just linked to my PC, which was interesting.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I come back to my PC and I have a bunch of achievement notifications from Let's Play on Xbox. But yeah, I think Xbox Live is up. Do you have me? Are we even friends on Xbox Live?
I don't think so.
Damn.
I'll have you add me though.
Okay.
Mine's just Jacob Deck, same as everything else. Where's Gears? There's Gears 5.
Sick. I have my monitor posted. I have my monitor posted up at a certain angle here on my setup, so my bad if I look weird in the pip. Find someone. Jacob Decky. Oops. That also means I can't pay attention to the chat all that much. Even though I had trouble already. Add friend. Can you be my friend?
Did you send it? I can accept
I
it.
sent it just right now. Should get it. I'm gonna be friends with Jakey. Cole Austin really coming through with the questions. Wow. Asks, with the way stuff is now, how long do you think until new consoles will be jailbroken? Oh, can't talk to you about that one. Will Goncher has a question. If the improvements between Xbox One X and the Series X are incremental, how big of an upgrade is the Series X from the base model? It's a huge, like from base model Xbox One to the Series X. It's huge.
Oh yeah.
Huge. Because I was talking
the
earlier
Xbox
about how
One struggled to do 1080. In some cases, it like barely did
Yeah.
900p.
Yeah. So the difference is huge. Obviously, like it's launch window, so games are running and looking great, but they're not able to take full advantage of the Series X. Of course, a couple years down the line, maybe next year or 2 years from now, you're really going to see games take full advantage of what the Series X can do. But yeah, running original X, like the OG base Xbox, is it's like night and day. It really is. That really feels like a generational jump, because I like we had a 1X in the middle of a console generation, so it kind of takes the edge off of a full console generation jump, right? So that's maybe why the Series X doesn't feel like it's making huge strides based on the 1X. It is in some ways, but we've seen the 1X do some incredible things.
I don't see your friend request, Michael.
Oh,
So what is yours? Let me just add you. Oh wait, there it
This is
is.
all my friends, so I can
Showed
join
up.
your party.
No, we're good.
Okay, did you send me an invite?
I added you to friends, and now, what do you want to do? Do you want to do campaign? Do you want to do horde? Probably not versus. That might be a little too stressful on stream.
Yeah, maybe we could do horde.
Horde, all right.
Yeah,
Horde friends.
I actually haven't played horde mode in Gears 5. I played it in previous Gears, so
It's really good.
good luck. Yeah, horde mode is a lot of fun. Oh, I've had a lot of fun with horde mode in the past. Let me jump into your game. Ooh, look at these boot times, even on a Series S. So I'm playing on a Series S. But yeah, this thing is... Well, Gears 5 does take a little while to boot up, regardless. But way faster than the 1X, I'll tell you that much.
Good old Marcus.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone mentioned... Whoa. Oh wow! I got my PC notification too. I'm still trying to. These these developer splash screens are a lot. The SSD is fast, but it isn't gonna cancel out those those splash screens. Those are built into the game. Someone mentioned Assassin's Creed Valhalla on Xbox Series X. If you want to check that out, Jacob Decker, who's above me, and Lucy James, good friend, streamed that yesterday. So if you want to check that out, played off the Series X. Like I said, if you missed it, Assassin's Creed, 60 FPS on a console, pretty nice. I'll say that. Xbox Live is acting a little funky for me. It's been trying to join for a minute now. Here we go. I'm in.
Oh, you're in? Oh, there you are.
I will be our good friend Kate Diaz.
Fill with bots? Yeah, we'll fill with bots because I feel like it's tough to do this without having at least 4 people. I don't know what Horde Frenzy is. Survive 12 waves of enemies. We'll do Horde Frenzy because that's a little shorter than 50 waves. I bet it'll be harder, but that's fine.
We'll be all right. I think. No promises.
I'm gonna be Master Chief. Chat's gonna blow up. That's not Master Chief. Oh, I guess it's a meal from Reach.
Oh, okay, yeah. Boy. Errol M in the chat says, I heard Jake watches a lot of anime. That's
Not
facts.
true.
That's facts. Yep. Errol M. Shouts out to Errol. Thanks for joining us, man.
Hey, Errol.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Can you play any CODs on the new Xbox? Yeah, they all work. All CODs. All CODs? All
Yeah,
CODs.
I guess everyone that would have come to Xbox 360 or One would all work.
Yep. I think the OG COD that I played on PC all those years ago. Actually, I don't have.
Actually, I think they did end up bringing that to 360,
Yeah.
like arcade, huh?
Yeah. So I don't have sound off the game because I have my headphones on, so I can hear the wonderful sultry tones of one Jacob Decker. So my bad if I can't hear anything. Secure the fabricator.
Oh yeah,
let's
where's
secure.
the fabricator again? Oh,
It's a
over here.
fabricator.
So we like move this to a place we want to defend, more or less. I'll get on the
Okay.
other side. If I can.
All right, where do we want to move this?
Can I get? There we go.
Help. Moving.
Maybe above us. I think there's like a nice little. I don't know. Probably one in the back corners of the map. Yeah, maybe
Right out
back
here.
here.
All right.
Let's keep
Do you want
going
to leave
further back.
Okay. Right over here.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. I need you to guide me because I am not a horde expert. Prepare your defenses. Okay, so nothing's gonna come from that gate, right?
I don't think
Sick.
so.
What do I got? I got an Asher and I got a Retro Lancer. All right, show.
So then you go to the fabricator to build like defenses and stuff. So you can
Oh,
get
snap.
barriers, decoys, sentries. You probably can't get anything yet.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But as you kill enemies and whatnot, you should get some.
Ah, snap. We're on that wave. We're on that chase green wave. Oops. Probably not great position, but. Oh, it's good. It's good. I really like how Gears did like what's it called, the active reload.
Oh,
I think that's cool. I do wish that active reload was on the center of the screen, so I can actually see it while I'm trying to aim as well. Maybe that's part of the challenge. Oh snap! This dude straight up in business. His hands at that point. If you were playing versus multiplayer, you could do 120 hertz if you have a 120 hertz display with the Xbox Series X, which is pretty cool. Like I've been able to do that on my, because I have a TV that's able to do 120 hertz, and at least to me it's noticeable because I've been playing. Where am I going? I've been playing games at my PC. I have a 144 hertz monitor for my PC. So that's been like pretty standard for me. Like I'd be playing any shooter really. A lot of Counter-Strike at 144 hertz, Final Fantasy 14 at 144 hertz. You know the vibes. And going back to 60 is wild noticeable. But I also think like the differences are a lot more noticeable when you're playing on a keyboard and mouse, where there's a lot more precision-based stuff and precise aiming. But it is a nice feature that you can have in a game such as Gears 5 when you are playing competitive multiplayer. Also, you can hook up a keyboard and mouse to the Xbox, right?
I haven't tried. It's something I've wanted to do. I mean, I imagine you can, but like when I was looking at Bright Memory, there were mouse and keyboard options in the menu, which I don't know if that was just a mistake or not, but
yeah. But also this crossplay with PC players. And if you are playing on a keyboard and mouse, which I usually prefer to do, that is not right.
Threw down a really good barrier on accident.
Okay, our currency is shared across the team, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, maybe it is. I have 2,177 though.
Oh, I have way more.
Yeah, I just bought something, so that's probably why. So it's not shared across. It's been so long since I've done horde mode. I played a lot of it though with Dan Reichert and Mike Mahardy when it came out, which was
Shouts out to the boys.
which was fun.
We got some enemies coming this way. Oh, snap. That fool came from the other side. Let's go. Man, I'm
hello.
playing.
I forgot what these things do. I think I can like build something here and get more resources, but I don't know how to.
Ooh, I let this fool slip. My bad. It's all good. You know, a cool thing too is like, I mean, I think this is pretty standard, I guess, across like the generation of Jump, but like all backwards compatible games are cross-platform multiplayer anyway. Like,
Yeah.
because the Xbox platform just treats the Series X and S as basically just another Xbox. It's all the same ecosystem. I've said this in my very, very first preview a couple months ago when we first got the Series X. But yeah, it's like I'm playing with folks on PC, playing with folks on Xbox One. It's all the same in terms of the Xbox Live recognizing what platform you're playing on, which is standard now, but before it was not like that. You know, back in my day, you didn't have that.
All right, I'm buying a turret.
All right, cool. Let me see if I can.
I'm like
buy
putting
though.
no forethought into what I'm placing at the moment. So. I mean, having it can't hurt.
Oh snap! I'm moving real slow, but I need to set down this turret. Though. Oh, you already set down a turret. Oh, I'm gonna set one down.
Yeah, you can set another one down. I just put it a little further up, maybe.
Yeah, I'll do that. Make sure we cover our flanks as best we can. Oops. Anyway. Oop. Yeah, put it up there.
The sound design in these games are always so good. It's just like
I know, it's like so juicy.
so dramatic. Like
I hate it. I almost hate it. But I'm just like, ugh. Like you're shooting someone and it sounds more like you punched into a slab of ground beef.
yeah.
That's what that sounds like. Which isn't bad, but I'm just like, ooh. That's nasty, man. Y'all nasty. The entire Gears franchise is on Xbox Game Pass, if you are so interested. The Ultimate Edition of the original Gears, Gears 2, Gears 3, Gears Judgment. I don't know how y'all feel about Gears Judgment.
Did you play
That's
Judgment?
also available. I did not.
Neither did I.
I played Judgment, the RGG Studios game,
Yeah.
but I now play Gears of War Judgment.
I've played all of them except Judgment. I've never been like a huge Gears fan, so I didn't really feel the need to play Judgment. But I've heard some people say it's actually pretty good, and some people say it's not. So I don't know.
Such
I think
is the
Mike
way.
Mahardy really liked it.
Yeah. He has opinions.
He certainly does.
Most of which are good. He doesn't have.
Hey,
he
not
doesn't-
everyone's got all good opinions, though. You know.
Yeah, that's true as well. Shouts out to our guy. Yeah, Gears of War 4 is also available too. I feel like Gears of War 4 was
It's
it was
okay.
alright.
I had to
Yeah.
force myself through that before 5 came out because I was excited for this one, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna play this game, and it was tough to get through.
Yeah, it's pretty standard Gears stuff, which is good, but it's not like groundbreaking or anything. But I really like how they retooled the story for 5. Not that I was never really like huge into like Gears story. I'm like, oh, it's thick dudes with
The
thick
Gears
necks
lore.
and huge arms fighting alien swarms. I'm like, cool, that's good enough for me to play this really thick cover shooter. But I really like Kate. I really like how they make the focus on her. And
Kate's a good character. I think that was probably the biggest misstep of 4 was that even though like Kate was supposed to be one of the main characters, he played as mostly
JD,
which like I don't know, I didn't like it.
JD Power and Associates.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and JD is like whatever to me. He's fine as like a support character, but I don't think he was very interesting as a lead.
Did you play through Gears 5? Did you get to the end of it?
I did.
Because there's some interesting implications at the end of this game.
Yes. Yeah. Y'all should play it. It's really good. Oh damn! This one coming at me with a hammer though. This dude's mad. What did I do? Oh, I'm gonna bust out the Nasher. Oh, he's blocking my shots. There you go. Get him. Cool.
Oh,
I can pick it up. I'll get the breaker mace. Ooh, what's good? Smack some things. Oh, what's good? Oh, this thing is heavy. I wish I can get the sound of me smashing a fool with this hammer. Oh, they're dodging. Okay, this is not necessarily smart, but that was fun. All lasted. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Oh, another
warden. I'll try and. Ooh, what's good? What's good? Oh, that does have damage. Okay, cool. That's useful.
Damn.
For slower enemies. Shit.
If I could get rid of my
turret.
Oh, there's another one.
No, they're destroying my turret. Find out the best spot to put a turret.
So I think we messed up by not having a I don't know what they're called, tech guy or whatever to repair the turrets. So I think there's like a class you pick that lets you repair stuff.
Damn. I bet there's a bunch of fools in chat talking shit about our horde skills. Sure. That's fine. It's fine. You know, it's been a while since it's been a while.
I was gonna do that, but you beat me to it.
Since I play Gears. It's been a while. Didn't Creed get back together?
I mean, if it's gonna happen, it'll probably happen in 2020, right?
Yeah. Hey, listen, with arms wide open. Damn, I
social distance. You can't do arms wide open.
Oh yeah. Damn.
With arms wide open.
Damn. That style of singing was very it's very prominent.
Yeah.
That was like didn't Pearl Jam kind of Eddie Vedder
kind of started that, and there was a bunch. Well, I don't want to say started. I'm sure there's
a pioneer, I would say.
But yeah, and then a bunch of like bands in the '90s did that, like or early 2000s, where like Nickelback kind of did that too.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie Vedder didn't even know what he started, man.
I know.
It's like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. Pearl Jam's one of your GOAT bands, right?
Yep.
Led Zeppelin.
And Led Zeppelin.
And Radiohead.
Oh man, you know them all.
Oh yeah. I know you. You're into. Oh, we saw Arctic Monkeys together. Also, that was cool.
Arctic Monkeys are great.
Yeah. Facts.
There was a point of my life before I had heard "Do I Want to Know," and there was a point after.
Yeah, this shit changed, man.
I know.
I'm like, ooh, Alex, because like I've been Arctic Monkeys fan for quite a while, and the shift between AM from it was gradual, but like the shift to like the suave and sexy style of Arctic Monkeys, I was like, oh,
yeah,
we're doing this now. All right, Alex turned like looking a little different because he was always like the scruffy, boyish dude. At least that was my perception through the first couple albums. And also I'm like, okay, this fool got a slick back and everything. He's trying to be like a little biker dude. I'm like, all right. The thing about Arctic Monkeys too is like each album they change their sound so drastically.
Yeah.
I think that's really interesting because like it always, to me, I mean, I don't know how I feel about like, was it the latest one, the Hotel something?
I like some of the songs on it. I like the lyrics, I think, more than the songs themselves on that album.
Okay, yeah, I feel you on that.
But I definitely didn't listen to it as much as their other stuff. I think I listened to it like a couple times, and then I listened to some songs every now and then.
Yeah. While we're in a horde break for at least a second, let me see see if I can pull any. Sorry, as I've been playing Gears, I haven't been able to see the chat. I think before we sign off, though, I'll try and scroll back through and answer any
Well, you do that.
last
I
minute
can
questions.
just jump around on some other games
Oh,
like
yeah.
Dirt or whatnot.
Sure,
I don't know
yeah.
if we
So-
want to go for all 12 rounds
Yeah,
of this, but we can do a couple more.
Yeah, well, let's do a couple more. And then, yeah. So if you've been asking questions in the chat, sorry, because I've been playing, playing a little Gears Horde with my guy, Jacob Decker. But if you had a question while we've been playing Gears, I'll try and get to him afterwards. Or if you just want to, after we get off this, if you want to restate it in the chat so I can see it easier, that would be dope as well. Oh, let me bust out the mace. Get out
Or
of
you
my
can always
face.
tweet at one of us too.
Yeah, we're available on Twitter.
Try to answer there.
Yep. We got a lot of things going on here at GameSpot, but you know.
I hate these things.
Ooh.
These are like Destiny ass. Oh, I'm getting frozen.
Oh shit! There's a big ass dude right here.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh no!
I got frozen
No.
and then shattered.
Can I revive you?
I think next wave I come back,
Okay.
or maybe you can buy me back too.
Do I have to go back? I have to go back to the foundation thingy.
Maybe.
Let me
Or
see.
no. You pick up my dog tags,
Cog tags,
my cog tags,
as they say in Gears universe.
and then I think you take them back. Or
I got too many.
you either do that, or you or just I think I come back at the next wave.
Jacob Deck. Cog tags. Carry teammates' cog tags back to the fabricator to resurrect them. Cost will increase each time enemy is or a friend is revived.
All right, I'm back.
Oh shit, you're back. Okay, cool. Sick. I'm just saying, I've been MVP most of these rounds, so these bots got nothing on me.
I'm not even seeing your feed.
I know you guys some real gamer skills out here. Can't even see it. It's all right. I'm really digging the feel of the new Xbox controller. It's not all that different, but the textured grips on them.
Yeah, I was
like a
using
lot.
the old controller for doing some tests on the Xbox One, and immediately, like, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely prefer the new controller with the textured grips, and even I feel like the smaller, like the slightly smaller size, just like fits a little better. And it's one of those things that I didn't notice when I first picked it up, but when I was like swapping between the controllers, I was like, oh yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah, definitely.
And the D-pad's much better as well. Which is nice.
Yeah, I like the D-pad. It's pretty loud, though.
It is loud, yeah.
So I feel like when Bless is asleep, and I'm like gaming in some real late gamer hours, like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, I'll try to limit the use of the D-pad.
Click.
We got thin walls out here. I'm sure he doesn't mind because he's a real gamer too. He understands.
He gets it.
Yeah. But also, apparently, he sleeps like a baby. Baby Bless. Baby Bless, do 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 do. Baby Bless, do 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 do. Probably hears me right now. You know what's wild is waking up every morning to him introducing Games Daily. I'm just like, oh shit! Like if I'm not awake by the time he's doing Games Daily, I'm like, I fucked up. Like I should be awake by that time. Oh snap! Oh, I'm dead.
You.
I'm dead. Oh snap! No! Thank you. Oh, Jake saved me. This turret thing. Damn. It's like the eyes of the Gorgon eyes in Destiny or something. Try and get that. Oh, you can shoot its little Gatling gun if you're precise enough. I'm not. I'll wait till
These guys are not like advancing. They're just
They're
perfectly
playing.
relaxed being back there.
I know. They're playing cover shooter too.
Uh-oh. I'm getting frozen.
Invisible, then we'll hit. That mace, the breaker mace, is nice. Alright, Now we got this Destiny turret. Oh, it's pulling up. It's pulling up. Let me get an angle. Let's see if I can
I just
an angle
try
on
to
it.
get under it and just blast it with shotgun.
Yeah. That's good.
It's not working that well.
Oh. This thing's too fast. Our turrets can't do anything either. Damn. Uh-oh, we got another freezer boy. Let me get him with the mace. What if I can get the... Nah, this turret's too fast. I'm not gonna bother trying.
You're trying to hit it with breaker.
Hey, it's close enough. Ah, shit. No, I died. Or thank you for picking me up.
That wasn't me. That was Carmine.
Oh, thanks, Carmine. Get these headshots. MVP. Wave 7 complete. You want to do one more and then switch over?
Yeah, we'll do one more. You can answer some more questions and we'll finish up. I can just jump between the games I have, which I guess is like Dirt is the...
Yeah. I think that'll work just fine.
See what else is there. Maybe not Dirt. Maybe what chat wants to do.
Based
Obviously,
on
I
what you
can't. Yeah,
have.
based on what I have. Obviously, I can't download something right now. I mean, I could, but you wouldn't be able to see it in a couple hours.
Yep. I need some ammo. Oh, it's that cryo cannon. I don't know. No, I don't want to switch it. I like having the mace is really clutch for sticky situations, so I'm gonna hold on to that. Oh, we got a carrier. That was huge.
I'm gonna try.
I got Lord. Still smutty also. No, flashbang. What the hell? Oh my god, this wave is something else.
Oh no, I almost destroyed. Oh, I think it went down. All right. Thanks.
Oh yeah, we got. Let me try the sentinels. Okay, I'm gonna try and hit. I'm see if what I can do with the mace, the breaker mace, on this carrier. Let me try and get around it, maybe, so I'm not in front. This is a big ass crab. Oh, there's other enemies that are shooting at me. Damn. Oh, eat.
This might be our last one, even if we don't want it to be.
Yeah, because we are not real gamers. Hit that camo and hit him with his mace. Oh shit. Oh, he's gonna eat me. Oh,
I just
my
saw you
god.
there.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
This will pick me up with one hand and toss me away. Damn.
I have like not invested in any drafts, which is bad.
Yeah. We got too confident in our shooty skills, our spicy shooty skills. Well, since I am dead,
Not for
now
long.
might be. Okay. All right. Somebody say.
You just needed more ammo, right? So I'm just died so I
Yeah.
can pick you up.
Thank you. Any of y'all watch Smallville back in the day?
No.
Theme song. Somebody say.
Am I doing it? Oh yeah, you're back.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
Hello.
a washed reference. OG Superman show. I used to think that show made me think that Lex Luthor is a hip hop producer. Lex Luthor. I used to think, oh man, Lex Luthor, that's the boy. He's got Spider-Man. What the hell? Superman's back. Clark Kent. That's my guy. Lex Luthor, that's my guy.
Oh, he's done.
Yay! Sick. Still some sentinels up in the sky though. Sentinels in the sky, my new post-rock band. Listen to explosions in the sky.
I did.
Oh, I went to a post-rock concert one time. People are ignorant. They were like, "Where's the lyrics? Where's the lyrics?" Like, yo, you went to a post-rock show and you know what I'm saying? Like, there's another carrier. Aw, man.
Oh well,
I
I
don't know how
got
we're gonna do
a
this.
couple rockets I can fire at.
All right, let's see this. Let's Dude is Brutus. I'm gonna pump some shotgun shells into him. That active reload. Get these critical hits.
Yeah, I didn't
Thousands
get
of damage.
critical hits on that, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm dead again. I'm getting Oh my god, I got too
Just get
close.
thrown.
Yeah, you got too close. And that fool smashed you to pieces. My bad.
Oh no, I might die.
No. Ah, snap. Hopefully one of these AIs can heal. Nope. Look at that booty meat, though.
All right, should we?
Yeah. A sad way to go, but. Oh, you got revived. I'm watching your feed right now.
Oh really?
Yeah, you got revived.
Oh, I did. All right.
Let's ride it.
Try to finish this wave then.
Carrier, though. It's got a lot of health. Bring me back. Wake me up. What is up with today? I'm just like on like odd rock bands, which I haven't listened to in years.
A little bit of Evanescence, huh?
Can't wake up. Man, you know how many damn AMVs were made to that song? Boy,
Too many, probably.
too many. Evanescence, Linkin Park, man,
Oh,
AMVs.
now I got smashed.
Ah, shit. Hopefully I don't get too close. Let me get this. Tags. Oh, my god. No.
All right.
All right.
Now that's it.
See, we failed. I got a little too spicy there. I tried to save my friend and I had died. Oh well, that was fun. Thanks, Jake.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to answer a couple more questions before we close out, and then
Yes.
chat? What do you want to see, Michael? You have to let me know because I can't see it. But
Okay. Yeah.
here are our options. I can't really play anything outside of this right now.
Yeah. All right. First person in chat to say something that we haven't played that is available on this screen right now in Jacob Decker's library of video games on the Xbox Series X. Let me know. First person who says something, that is what we'll play. Sorry. I am going to, if no one says anything in 10 seconds, I'm going to say, brr. How does Bright Memory look?
Let's do that.
Okay.
Is that what people want?
So Cole Austin, who's been a great person in the chat, says, go through the menus real quick. I want to see
Sure.
some things. And
Pretty
then
standard.
yeah,
We've got most recent game settings. Game Pass here. EA Play is now here too, which is nice.
a lot of people saying Valhalla. Gamers Corner Universe is no Valhalla due to spoilers, please. But you're not. How do you feel about
I'm
like
not,
spoilers?
I don't have to do story stuff. We did stream Valhalla for about an hour and a half yesterday.
Okay.
I don't know if that feed is still up on YouTube though. So we could do Valhalla if we want. Is that it?
Yeah. Multiple people said Valhalla.
Okay.
Some people said some other things. Sorry, we had to choose one.
Let's see if Quick Resume picks up because I did play this somewhat recently, and I didn't close it. Cut Quick Resume. All right.
Hey. Oh wow! Look at that. Ooh, Xbox Series X. Go net. Quick resume. You know what I'm saying? That's a really cool feature because that works even though you unplug your Xbox or if you turn it off. Because I was moving my Xbox between rooms for different setups, and then I would move it, and then I would jump back into the games straight up, like once I rebooted it from replugging it in. That was pretty wild, but that's how that is how the Xbox Series X works, which is a really neat feature. Okay, so while Jake does a little bit of AC Valhalla, not too much because we are trying to close this thing out soon. I'm going to go back through the chat, pick up some questions, and also there are some remaining questions from our document that I didn't get to. I want to make sure I get to those at least. All right. Thomas Lear asks, as game reviewers, has your enthusiasm ranged strong or diminished gaming in general? That's not an Xbox question, but it is a question nonetheless. I think that it has strengthened my enthusiasm because um, I've been exposed to a lot more different styles of games, and I think a lot of people I've interacted with have shared their passion in ways that I didn't see before. So it rubs off on me, and I do the same in turn. So still loving games. More so than I did before as well. Is this Xbox Series X gameplay? Yes. As you just saw, we jumped. This is Series X enhanced on launch day.
Looks
Sky
good,
Armada.
too. Runs smooth.
Yeah, 60 frames per second. I'm not sure if it's native 4K or if it's like 800p or does like dynamic resolution. Need to look into it more. Maybe Digital Foundry did something. I'll try and see. But the fact that it runs 60 FPS on a console, ooh, I like that. Sky Armada's in chat. Thanks for showing up. Someone from our little small community that watched me beat Toho Luna Knights, which is on Xbox Game Pass and probably one of my favorite Series X titles. Can you go live? Someone asked this earlier, but Dolia asked also, can you go live from the Xbox straight to YouTube? I don't think so. Brandon Hernandez says, hey, Michael and Jake, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you as well. Let's see. Call Austin. Oh, yeah, you asked if you can go through UI and menus. Yeah, we did that a little bit. If you want to see more, though, we do have a video that just takes you through a lot of the different menus and stuff, but not too different from the Xbox One. Let's see. Any more pre-orders opening this week? I have no idea. That is out of my control and beyond my knowledge. But I think a lot of people, including GameSpot, are trying to post articles like when things go up on sale. Because I know, as we talked about earlier, it's a little hard to get hands on console during launch. I think, the state of the world and just the demand for new consoles have changed things for launch, so it might be a little tough. Even people who pre-ordered are getting them a little late, which is unfortunate, but is the way of the world. So Wilden was digging my Baby Bless tune. Thank you.
Yesterday, some people thought we were GameStop, and they were asking us for more pre-orders.
They're like, "Where's my damn pre-order?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why are you streaming when you should give
like, sorry, I think you got us confused here."
Oh, the funniest shit was, all right, a little story is, I interviewed Method Man for because he did a voice pack for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare or something. I think it was Advanced Warfare. No, Infinite Warfare. He did a voice pack for that, so I interviewed him about it. And then at the end of it, he was like, "You guys are GameStop, right?" I was like, "Oh, no, this is GameSpot." GameSpot. He said, "Oh, okay, because I was about to ask you about some shit I ordered." I was like, "Whoa." Okay. I had a great interview with Method Man, but I'm not trying to get roasted by Method Man over the phone. Probably would have been a great story to tell, but I don't want that heat. I don't want no smoke from Method Man, that's for sure. Would have been an honor, but you know the vibes. Kexon asked, the only question matters, where can I buy one? Like I said, it's tough.
Not GameSpot.
Not GameSpot.
GameStop.
Yeah, we're not selling them. Keep your eyes on GameStop, though, or GameSpot, because we will publish articles about where you can get them.
It's true.
Yeah, but we cannot give them to you. I see Gurpreet Singh was giving out some information as well. Thank you for that. Series X does come with an HDMI 2.1 cable. So yeah, Robert Rolfe asks, the cable that does come with the Series X and S are HDMI 2.1 cables. So if you look at the cable, it'll say ultra high speed. That's how you know it's 2.1.
So don't just unplug your Xbox and use the same HDMI cable. You can't use the same power cable though.
Yeah,
I kind of like to have the new cables all plugged in,
just to make sure that I'm using all the stuff that is packaged with the thing. Pernell Hunter asks a good question. What is loading like from an external hard drive? I did a video earlier about the different external hard drive options and how they perform. So it depends. If you use an external SSD through USB 3, the load times are pretty good. They're pretty close to the internal SSD because I don't think most games take it full advantage of the internal SSD yet, but it's still very fast. External SSD works really well, but you can only play backwards compatible games that have not received X enhancements. If they have received X enhancements or are Series X game, they need to be on the internal drive or through the Seagate card if you get one. But yeah, load time's not bad. If you use an external hard drive, so not an SSD, but a traditional hard drive, they're still pretty decent. They're better than the internal Xbox One hard drive. If you use a USB 3.0 external hard drive on the series consoles, it'll be a little bit faster than that. For example, just one example, so I don't go on. Final Fantasy 15 loaded in a minute something seconds. I think like a minute 11 seconds on the 1X internal. Series X external hard drive loaded in like 46
14 seconds.
50 seconds, yeah. So a little bit better, but still, you know, also limited to, like I said, limited to back compat games for that. So it's a good question. Options to stream to Facebook Gaming? I don't think so. Can't help you, buddy. No. Let me see if anything else has been said. Oh, Thomas Lear asked that question again. Cool. Yeah. Heard Jake only watches some anime. Full Metal Alchemist, if you get the reference. Okay. Full Metal Alchemist.
I have seen some of Full Metal Alchemist. I saw the episode that Timur likes to tweet about all the time.
Oh yeah, you get 4 episodes in, and you're already like, ooh, that shit's wild. FMA goes some places that they change their tone quite drastically from episode, or even within episodes. So okay, I think that's it in the chat. If I didn't get to it, please restate it real quick in the chat so I can get to it before I close out. But I'm gonna jump to some pre-sourced questions. Make sure I get to them. Well, Microsoft was not so much interested in the console right now, but do you think they will show by any chance something related to Halo Infinite? I hope they do. Mayank Sharma on YouTube. That's hard to say. I feel like Halo Infinite is a spot where it's like we'll see it when we see it, whenever they're ready. It seems like it's been through a lot. Who knows what the state of the game is right now? But you know, I expect this. You know, probably next year.
Yeah, I wouldn't anticipate this year.
Yeah, there's already enough going on this year that I don't think it's necessary to come out and give an update on Halo Infinite. If they do, cool. If not, don't be surprised. But I definitely think that's something we're gonna definitely focus on for next year, because that is now a 2021 release. Here's another question from Just Play on Twitter. When will Series X be? We've answered this in various ways. When it'll be available for retail, local independent stores, and mom and pop shops in particular. They could be there right now. They could not be there until later in the year. Who knows? It's just if you really want a Series X or S, just keep tabs on your retailers of choice. Because like I said earlier, stock comes in and out kind of sporadically, I suppose. So yeah, I think that's all the community questions that we sourced beforehand. I was able to get to all of those. Hope you answered your questions well enough.
Is that it?
Wait. Does Valhalla have the same naval combat as Odyssey? That is not a Series X question, but
No, it does not. It's, well, I mean, I don't know. I've only been through the riverways, and there's like no, you can't like fire archers. You can't like have your archers shoot arrows off the side and stuff. It just seems the boat's more for raiding and getting from point A to point B.
Cool, yeah. And there's like auto pathing too, which I think is very helpful. So we answered this a little bit earlier, but just to answer it real quick again, God and Awesome says, "How's the heat? I have 1X. The sucker gets hot, too hot. The game glitches and crashes. Oh, yeah, you got that checked out. But the new system, Series X and S, perfectly fine on the thermals. Doesn't get too hot. Gets a little warm, but all technology. If it pushes out a lot of heat, that means the cooling system is working really well. But yeah, the system stays relatively cool and very, very quiet, as you said earlier.
I'll touch the top. Yeah, we've been streaming for 2.5 hours now, right? And it's not that hot. Like I can touch it, hold my hand there comfortably.
Yeah. How's the world feel compared to Origins Odyssey? That's an Assassin's Creed question.
It feels more Englandy.
Facts. You can check out our review though. Jordan Ramey did a very, very detailed review on GameSpot.com. You can check that out. Video version as well. Did you cut that? You cut that video review,
did.
right? Oh my god, I can't believe you did it.
I did.
Home screen looked the same as Xbox One. Similar, very similar. Dynamic backgrounds, but yeah, as you can see here, very similar to what you see on the Xbox One, as we showed earlier. Are you astonished by the improvements in the graphics of Series X? Did you or Jake review NVIDIA cards? I reviewed all the NVIDIA cards. I like the improvements going from from old consoles to new consoles. NVIDIA cards are a whole nother level though. So I have reviewed those, so you can check those out as well. Are the consoles fine just using them on a monitor?
That's what I'm doing.
I mean, yeah. They're if you have a 4K monitor, you're definitely going to be able to push that 4K, get all the same enhancements. Will we start capturing and streaming in 4K with HDR? That is an Eric Tay question.
I doubt HDR. 4K is a little bit tough right now just because it depends on people's internet connections since we're all working from home. So I wouldn't hold your breath. I will say you can expect more 4K videos on our YouTube channel though, because the Series X reviews we've done so far, which are Yakuza and Spider-Man as well, I think was also 4K. So there are 4K reviews there now for some of these next gen games if you want to take a look at that.
Yep. HDR is a little trickier because there's capture equipment specifically to capture HDR, but also
you'd also need a monitor to do that.
Yeah. People who watch it also, I know some phones have HDR, but yeah, it's sort of a limited use case. I imagine years down the line it'll become standard, but not anytime soon, I don't think. 4K takes a lot of bandwidth too, and like Jake said, working from home, you gotta pick and choose your battles when it comes to that stuff. So yeah. Does ray tracing add a dramatic difference in graphics? It can, depending on how it's implemented, because ray tracing is a kind of a spectrum of different features. So far on consoles, we've only seen it on Watch Dogs Legion, and it does make a big difference. Sometimes not for the best. Like I said earlier, if you like your England to look like oil slicks and it gets really rainy, then ray tracing can be a little overbearing. But it is a cool feature that that we expect to see implemented because it can make a big visual difference, though it'll probably be at the expense of performance. On any word on a new Skyrim, take it up with Todd Howard. I know that that man's rubbing his hands. He's like, "Ooh, new consoles, Skyrim special edition." You know what I'm saying? So I know he's got that cooking. Psych, don't take that from me.
Wasn't it
all
leaked
right
on a some seller was like Skyrim next gen or something like that?
I would just make that up. I pull a Walmart Canada and like just make it up.
Yeah,
just a stir drama. Does the ray tracing work on Minecraft? I don't know. I don't think so. I know it's on PC. It was one of the showcases for NVIDIA RTX. Don't think I've heard anything about that coming to Xbox. Who knows? I might not have the most updated information on that. Last question though, I will answer before I close this out because we are hitting 2.5 hours and 1 minute. Cole Austin, hey, MVP, Cole Austin, shouts out to you. Thank you so much for chilling in the chat, asking a bunch of good questions. Really appreciate that. So, what feature on this console is most intriguing to each of you? Jake, what is it?
Most intriguing? I mean, I don't know. I think it's just a lot of the quality of life stuff for me that makes it really cool. And like the fact that I'm able to do 4K 60 on a lot of these games is really nice. The quick resume is really cool. I don't really need to think about a lot of that kind of stuff, which is nice. But like, it's hard to point to one specific thing because I think it's just the experience as a whole that has been greatly improved. It's not like the PlayStation, for example, where you'd be like the dynamic or the what are they called? The haptic triggers are like the thing that I really like about this new console. I just kind of like the whole package.
Yeah, I echo Jake's sentiments the same. I think that I pretty much said that in my review as well, that it's just like Xbox kind of like takes care of all these little different corners of the gaming experience, takes care of that, shores them up, whether it's load times, quick zoom, boosting games FPS if it allows it, doing Series X enhancements, doing like cross-platform stuff. It's just, I feel like it's a solid package. Nothing's going to blow you away right now, but I think if I were to just say the most intriguing thing for me is probably load times. That's probably like a boring answer, but like if when I actually sit down and play games, that is the thing that probably affects what I'm able to do the most. So, all right, I think that is it for me.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
So 2.5 hours, pretty
It's a
good
good
stream. Saw a lot of cool games, interesting games on this brand new console. Hopefully those of you who are trying to get yours, you'll get it. And hopefully those of you who ordered it, it'll come today or very soon. And it's not going to get delayed till December or whatever.
Best of luck to you. But yeah, this has been fun. I've been able to chop it up with Jake, which I haven't been able to do in this lockdown. So
Bright
the fact that
just crashed.
oh damn,
I
hey,
hate to see it. Okay, we got one crash. The Xbox is telling us to stop too.
way to close out the Xbox Series X stream by crash. But other than that, it's been a solid experience. So I guess I'll outro this by saying thank you all for watching. Thank you all for chilling with us, hitting us up with questions. I hope you enjoyed your time here. And yeah, if you want to jump into the consoles, best of luck to you to get one, or if you already have one, hope you enjoy it. Jake, thank you so much for spending time with me because I miss you, dog.
Miss you too. It was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, and you know, we're doing a whole bunch of stuff on GameSpot.com. So reviews of the latest games, reviews of all these consoles. Matt Padgett and I took care of the hardware stuff. Folks like Jordan and Callie's been killing it. Jake's been cutting a lot of videos. Jean-Luc's been cutting. Tam has been calling shots. Huge team effort. I'm really proud to be part of GameSpot for all the stuff that we're doing next gen, and we have a lot more on the way, which you all should check out on the site, on our YouTube page, all that good stuff. Also, shouts out to Jean-Luc for putting together some extra life stuff. Information on that is coming soon. We'll get to that, but keep your eyes peeled for that, and keep your eyes peeled for all of our cover of these next gen. I guess we can't even say next gen no more.
Current gen.
The current gen consoles is here this week.
We will also do a similar launch stream for the PlayStation 5. So
Yes.
come back for that. I forgot to announce this stream yesterday during the Assassin's Creed stream, but I'm remembering this time. So come back on PS5 launch day and you can check out all sorts of stuff. I think they're going to be playing Spider-Man for sure, and maybe they'll dabble in some other games as well.
Hey, get Tam on that thing and play Bloodborne. You know the vibes.
Yeah, or Demon Souls. Get Tam on to play Demon Souls.
That's gonna ooh. Yeah, that PS5 launch stream that's coming this week is gonna be pretty hype. So stick around for that. And yeah, thanks for sticking around. And peace, y'all.
See y'all.
Have a good one.